Hello and welcome back to episode 13 of Best Served Cold. Right now, I think a lot of this is going to have to rely on Hugo popping in just to give us, more information about, the crime as it is. But we've got Elena here. We can kind of probe her for some information. Ethy's stuff would be great. Vincent is a wealthy man. The culprit must have realized there were more valuables to steal from his home. Unless it wasn't his home they were interested in. Stay vigilant, bartender. Report anything suspicious that happened here to Hugo or I. Yeah, someone needs to tell Hugo about this. Come now, dear. I'm not surprised Hugo couldn't see the obvious, but I figured you would. I did. What do you mean? Oh. No, I'm... Oh, whoa, no way. No, it wouldn't be me. The envelope doesn't have a name on it. You're only making the assumption that Vincent was the intended recipient because of the attack. But think a little harder. The nightcap doesn't have its own mailbox. Exactly. It seems rather more likely to me that you, Hugo's partner, were the one to draw a killer's ire. Did you not realize that last investigation would draw unwanted attention? Honestly, dear, if I'd been around at the time, I would have urged you to tread more carefully. You needed us. Yes, of course. That sense of justice is exactly why I hold such faith in you both. But it's put you in a fine pickle now, hasn't it? My theory is correct. The culprit must not know what you actually look like. Or at the very least, they didn't at the time of Vincent's attack. But it's only a matter of time until they figure it out. Promise me you'll be careful? I promise. Oh, that was not what I was thinking. I was thinking this was revenge. For... K0 bartender. But is that even possible? Like, would that... I don't know. Evening... Can I ask you about this? That sounds dangerous. I hope you're being careful. It's getting late. I should get back to... home. I should get home. Good night, bartender. Good night. Not exactly what I wanted, but it is what it is. So how do I reconcile this? Because that flips it on its head. If that's the case, it's not just simply revenge, and Vincent was, assumed to be that. That complicates things a lot. Because then it could entirely be someone we haven't just run into before, Someone we have no, knowledge of. That's bad news. The culprit must have realized the cash register at Libraria was a bigger prize than the contents of Vincent's wallet. Was any money stolen from the shop? No, but that's not saying much. The crime must have drawn too much attention for them to grab the cash. After that point, I was there during the day and you were during the night. They might still be biding their time. I should go empty the register later. Sadly, I don't think I can have the locks changed without proof of ownership. Okay. Not exactly what I thought about. They're connected. I haven't known Vincent long, but I can't imagine he had any dealings with the detective, aside from their understanding about the nightcap. They don't seem fond of one another. But I'm afraid I'm not seeing the bigger picture here. Surely you have more ties with Hugo than Vincent ever did. Unless Something happened at the bar? I know something happened at the bar. Yeah, but what you're saying is possible. Of course, the nightcap doesn't have a mailbox of its own, and anything intended for you would be delivered to Libraria. That must mean the culprit knows Hugo's partner works here, but not who the partner is. They must not have visited themselves. That's what I have to find out. I'm not certain about that. Let's ask about this. I'm afraid those were all the facts I have for you at this time. I hope they'll lead you somewhere. Wait, I'm tired. Okay, what if... Oh no, that wouldn't work. I guess it would just have to be like, if I have to ride this assumption, I think, that it's related to the last case. Because it can't be related to who we arrested in case 0. And that being like a misunderstanding based on that, because we didn't arrest that. And these already got connected. So, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to rationalize that quite yet. Because I just imagined, I guess I had a lot of, you know, thoughts on who it would be. You step into the nightcap, ready to begin preparing the bar for the evening before any customers arrive. Just as you're about to start slicing fruit, something draws your attention. A glint. A small, ornate cigarette box sits in front of you at the bar. Right in the middle. Okay, so actually, maybe I'm not wrong. My thought was that this guy, the misogynist, came back, to punish us. But, the issue with that is that we're not the same bartender. So, who's, like, gonna be the victim, you know? You could maybe this one's a warning for Hugo in particular, and not us. Not specifically us. You could swear this wasn't there when you closed the shop up the night before, yet it sits there all the same, defiantly. The case feels cool to the touch as you pick it up and trace the ornate floral details with your fingertips. You're certain you've never seen this before. So who left it here? Oh, Hugo, come in. Come in, Hugo. Come in, you need to talk about your crimes. He's not here. Peter. Peter. You know who might know that? I guess we'll get information on if she's the one. Once we send her that. I guess, let's see. Could be you. Which, again, if she's a romance option and she's K0 bartender, she's probably the best romance option. Just saying, just putting that out there if that's the case. I guess we can vibe check. Do you know this? That sounds dangerous. I hope you're being careful. Okay, no. I guess Peter would know? I didn't mean to do that. Okay. So, who is gonna recognize this? Because we know who it is. Hey! Father Lacey steps into the room and takes a deep breath, eyes closed before he gathers himself and walks up to the bar. Good evening, bartender. I've come to offer my condolences for poor Vincent. How is he? We still don't know. He's got a big heart, and the goddess shows favor to those who care for their community. He has done a lot for Bukovi, and all of us. I shall pray for him. Thanks, Sean, so will I. Very good. At the end of the day, it's all we can do. Time for a drink, then? His posture stiffens. You watch him think for a while before finally speaking up. No thank you. I think I'll pass tonight. I'm finally starting to feel the benefits of drinking less often, rather than just the trembling and the headaches. I'm even getting used to the flavor of juices and teas. And the reduced nausea the following morning is definitely a boon. You're actually quitting! A peculiar question for a bartender to ask. Who benefits from my drinking more from my drinking than you? I ask because I care about you. Yes, of course. Forgive me if I'm a little snippy. I realize your question comes from concern rather than intrusiveness. My temper has been somewhat shorter, but my overall clarity and focus has thankfully improved. I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you. Thank you. I appreciate your support. How tiresome it is that good advice is always so frightfully dull and obvious. I stopped partaking of the depressant, and I became less depressed. Somewhat. What made you cut back? It was Feng Bai's doing. She inquired after my well-being with such genuine, pure concern that I could not help but be moved by her kindness. She said it simply and plainly. You said what? John, you drink too much. It's very blunt. Yes. It was what I needed to hear, but it was not all she said. She also said I had to be kinder to myself. She said I have to extend the same grace to myself that I do to my congregation. Will you? I am trying. In my head, I can hear Father telling me how weak I must seem right now. I used to make that voice recede by drowning it out with wine. And now? Now I just remember he was an old fool with not a single friend as decent as Miss Bai, or Vincent, or Olivia even. And he was a terrible choir conductor. Meanwhile, I am passable. You have a choir? Of course, every congregation should have one. Our attendance was poor until Feng offered us the tea terrace as a practice space. It turns out that if you invite singers to a warm place without drafts or rats, which has complimentary tea, they're far more willing to set time aside to praise the goddess with their well-lubricated voices. Other than the choir, what have you been up to? Well, after the ordeal with the murder at confession, I was shaken up, of course. Although I did my best to help Bjorn, I did break my vows by breaking the seal of confession for you, even if it was for a good cause. My congregation encouraged me to seek guidance, and so I took a brief trip back to visit Proctor Haroldson at the Northern Priory for spiritual guidance. Who is he? He offers realignment for priests who feel a connection with the goddess has faltered. His role is pastoral for priests, but also disciplinary if needed. And for you? He said I had no atonement to make. I remember his words well. What were they? You were frightened, John. You did what you had to. That's fair. I mean, yeah. Yes, well, he was much less hard on me than I am on myself, and the proctor invited me to return to him once a month for further guidance and support. I plan to take him up on that. With the support of my friends, I am trying to be kinder to myself, and some days I succeed. Good. It's been a struggle, but I've had a lot of support from friends, including, well, you. Okay. Not the priest. Not the priest. Hold on. Is he gonna reject me? He's gonna reject me. I don't have good heart with him. I'm just gonna read this. Actually, let me quick load. I'm gonna do like a proper save. Why am I doing a proper save? I don't think I can like have all of these at once. Can I? I don't think so. Flirting with John. This is sick. They're great for this one. This is a good one. Just a friend? I could be more than that. Oh, well, your presence has been a particularly notable source of solace to me. So much is true. I find myself drawn to you, and not just because of the libations you pour, although you are very adept at that. Ha 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 ha. Me just laughing like a criminal. Yes. This is good. You've done it. You've done it, and I like this one. This one I only like because I'm gay. And I can acknowledge that, you know, storytelling wise. I mean, I guess there is something, you know, interesting about that. They were just like, here's this hot priest, this hot, sad priest, and you can fix him. And I'm very glad for that, because that's playing directly to me, and only me, and no one else is gonna do this because no one else is gonna be brave enough to do this. I'm just kidding. I'm sure people are clicking yes to all of these. Since there doesn't seem to be like a cutoff point. I don't know, maybe there is mechanically, but I'll click them all just to see. Then I'll reload because I don't want to disappoint Hugo. Safe to say my feelings for you run deeper than the love I feel for my flock. I grappled with that knowledge for a while now. No, but I can't act on those feelings, no matter how much I want to. Because of your faith? It's not that. The goddess does not forbid us from forming bonds of an intimate nature. If anything, acts of love and passion can be a show of devotion. They represent all she stands for. No, it's me. I've not felt all that deserving of love for a while now, and even if I was, although I was usually quick to deny it, a part of me has always been aware of the grip alcohol has had on me, and on all the men in my family. Would it be healthy to become close to a bartender? Wouldn't it make everything harder? Stronger than you think. Also, I could quit. I appreciate it. Really do. And knowing my feelings are reciprocated means more to me than words can express. I promise you now, I'm not closing this door forever. You've given me all the more motivation to overcome my weakness and vice. Ah! Wii U! Let's fucking go. Wii U! My favorite console. I don't think I've ever played one, actually. Next time I see you, I'll hopefully be a stronger man. One who deserves to ask you out for coffee. Look forward to it. Yeah. I'll see you here often. Hope you'll come to the church, or at least speak with me when we pass on the street. I'll not forget that. I'm loading again. That drives me... Why would they do this? Why would they do this one? And thank you for doing this one. This one's good. That's crazy. I'm having a sip of my matcha. Because this is like... It's like a fine treat for me and I need to wash it down. Yeah. Thank you. That's crazy. They're crazy for that. Like, this game is so good. This game is crazy good. Like, it is incredible how the Peter romance is the one that turns me off the most. Considering literally me during Case Zero, but all these other ones are just hitting. I mean, Olivia makes sense. She was flirting. That one is just self-indulgent. That one's for me, baby. That's my treat. And I do hope Ilya is an option. I also hope Sandra is an option because, I mean, she makes so much sense. I don't know. She's so mysterious. Evening. Oh. Everyone, what is going on? What is happening? Well, I might as well check. I don't think so. Hey, we vibin'? Killian, do you have feelings for me? If feelings? Well, perhaps. I mean, I think you're splendid. Attractive, clever, sharp. Much sharper than me, and you're good with people, too. I need to say. But I must politely decline your offer. Why? I know. I like the confirmation, though. I may have feelings for someone else, or rather, I'm pretty sure they have feelings for me, and I'm not entirely sure yet if they're reciprocated or not. Not something I've thought about before. Not the type of person I'm usually, well, never mind all that. Yeah. Let me reload that. Not because I care about the rejection, but because, to this bartender, he's just kind of like a little meow meow. He's not really an option. Would take Reese from him in a heartbeat, is kind of how I'm role-playing this this bartender. They'd be like, would definitely. Unfortunately, Reese is definitely not interested. They're a little preoccupied with the meow meow. Which is incredible. You know? Hey. Let me take a... I literally... It's kind of crazy. Like, am I normal right now, or am I normal right now? What if we could romance Vincent? Vincent, get better, so he can kiss you. When I played the demo, I was like, wow, he's hot. But, you know, if it's an option, if I can just go around asking everyone if they wanna kiss me, I go up, I press the, hey, wanna kiss button, and I'm getting good results. Getting really good results. I wonder what Olivia said. She'd probably say, like, yes, or maybe I need time for relationships before I do that kind of stuff. But she did say we were hot, so... How have things been between you and your parents? I suppose things could be better. We've had our ups and downs over the years, although this is probably the most down they've ever been. My parents have sort of cut me off, you see. Sort of. Let's just say I won't be getting my inheritance anytime soon. It was what I expected, sadly. I knew they would disapprove of my decision. In a way, it's kind of freeing to have it over with. They don't like you going back to school? Oh, they would be overjoyed if I returned to college to become a banker, or a surgeon or something, but pursuing a creative hobby. That did not go over well. Mother seems convinced I've decided to become a good-for-nothing bohemian, just to spite her. That is just another rebellious phase. Well, that's not fair. Thanks, bartender, but it's alright, really. It's not like I've always been the best son either. I'm sure you weren't that bad. Things were fine when I was little, but it became clear I wasn't taking after my parents when I dropped out of medical school. They were angry at first, of course, but it was the disappointment that came after that hurt so much more. I did some stupid things then, stupid even for me. I stole things. I did things I shouldn't, went places I shouldn't. Just being rebellious for the sake of it, I guess. Probably cost me what little trust they still had in me. I just wanted Mother to yell at me for something I did, rather than over something I was. Part of me hopes I can make my own success and prove them wrong someday. Is that foolish, you think? It shouldn't be about them, it's about you. You're probably right. Perhaps it's time I move on from trying to gain their approval. Thank you, bartender. I'm glad you have my back. Yeah. Where are you living? Oh, I'm in a dorm just off my college campus here in the city. A guy I go to class with was looking to share a room to cut costs, which worked out well for me. This is the poorest I've ever been. I've never really had to share before, but it's been surprisingly pleasant. My roommate is really, well, hip. There's no other word for it. Adrian's into politics and philosophy and all sorts of art. Not just photography. Very anti-war, a real free-thinking idealist type. The girls all love him, and the guys, come to think of it. He's been teaching me a lot. I felt a little insecure at first about how sheltered my life has been. But he's been great. No idea why Reese dislikes him so much, because they're jealous. Really, the lack of space has been the only issue with my new living arrangements. Cramped, huh? Adrian has been very accommodating, but you never realize how much stuff you have until you have to somehow squeeze it into half of a bedroom. Why did I ever even buy a clothes press, or a typewriter, or a bird cage? I don't even own a bird. It became a lot easier to sort through it all once I realized how little I really cared about most of it. But it was painful to leave behind my claw-footed tub, Shy Lounge, and Jay's Lounge? Jay's Lounge? And floor-length mirror. They are sorely missed. I guess I'll just finish this up. What are you up to? Oh, a lot. Probably a bit too much. I've been combining work and classes. I've even been submitting some of my work to magazines. Tell me about those submissions. I submitted one of my photos a few weeks back. The magazine turned me down, of course, but I got some interesting feedback. I read it over and over again when I first got the letter. It's quite exciting to have someone in the industry critique my work. I didn't feel discouraged at all, just motivated. I'm rather used to being critiqued, especially by my parents, but for once these are faults that I feel I can fix. I feel confident I can do better. In a strange way, being told how I can improve has been more exciting than being told my work is fine. Have your classes been? They've been great. Well, most of them. I don't have much of a knack for the development side of things. I've messed up more than a few good rolls of film. But mostly it's been splendid. I never knew school could be so interesting. Some of my teachers are real masters, and everything they explain just clicks with me. I'm definitely not the best in my class, but I'm far from the worst, and I can tell I'm getting a little better with every shoot. That alone makes it all worthwhile. Hey, what work do you do? Reese helped me find a job working the ticket booth at the local movie theater. It's not the most exciting job, nor does it pay well, but it means I get to watch pictograms for free and take home as much leftover popcorn as I want. And you'd be surprised how many pretty girls go to the cinema without a date these days. Besides that, I've been working with Reese. Their feedback can be harsh, but it means a lot every time they ask me to take pictures for them, even if they're probably just doing it to humor me. Okay, that sounds like a lot. Yes, it's all been rather exhausting, but satisfying as well. Makes me feel like I'm actually doing something with my time on Earth, you know? I'm happy for you. What are your plans for the future? I haven't really thought about it. I'm not sure if I'm cut out for this kind of life. I'm fighting every day just to make it to the end of the month. Planning further ahead than that, it's hard. But hey, war could break out any day and disrupt everyone's plans, right? So why worry? Good point. All I can say is, I finally found something I like doing, so I want to keep at it. I want to get better. I want to make it work. Not much of a goal, but it's a place to start. Hey, I'm not gonna flirt with you, but I do like you. You're fun. Evening, I already gave you stuff. I sent that to you. Yes, Peter. Peter. Stop flirting with me, Peter. Did you know that letter was meant for me? What? What are you talking about? You warned me well before Ilya found that threat. Oh, that's just general advice. Curiosity killed the cat, you know. And you're nothing if not nosy. I'm not buying it. You know something, don't you? Damn it, Squirt. Don't make me regret looking out for you. That may as well have been a yes, but Peter seems unwilling to tell you more. Alcohol might lower his guard. Okay, let me write that down in my notes. Peter... second... drink. Okay. You know about this? Could be a forgotten trinket, but if it isn't, that's a warning if I've ever seen one. Any idea who this might belong to? It does look vaguely familiar. Then I spend a lot of time around smokers. I really couldn't say. Yeah, that's why we need... Definitely, yeah. Is this just the same dialogue? But I'll read that in a second. But right now, we need Hugo. Hugo, get your ass over here. Get your flat ass over here. Damn, the old bat's got a point. Someone was gunning for you. I hope they don't find out Vincent wasn't their target. Me too. You already knew that. I won't get it from you from that. Maybe you know about this? Probably not. There's no chance that was a mere forgotten trinket. It's a sign, and I think we both know who it might be from. Our culprit is sending a message. But how did they access the nightcap without your presence? If you have any evidence that the culprit would have been capable of that, it's time to put the pieces together. Okay. There. I guess we should be connecting those. I didn't think to connect those. But then again, we would need, still need Hugo because he'll recognize it. Oh, this. Culprit's gift. Not related to... Okay. I mean, we need... Hugo, get your ass back. There is a conversation happening over here, if I might say. Lucas scoots over to the bar. You can't tell if he's having a good day or a bad one, but you know one thing, he needs a drink. Welcome back, Lucas. Hello. Good to see this place is still open. The mood seems a little somber, though. Poor Vincent. Yeah. Well, during his convalescence, we can drink to his health, spend money here in his bar, and remember our fond times with him. Could I have something to drink to toast our friend? A flavor, you know me, anything with coffee. Cocktail then? Yes, please. Cute, 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 cute. You're a real maestro, you know that? Here's to Vincent. May he recover fully and remind us why we come to a little basement below a bookshop for friendship. I hope you're well too, bartender. I was talking with many of your guests. We all feel the same. How's that? We hope Vincent's absence does not threaten the nightcap or you. We need you. Bjorn feels the same too. We were talking about you before you left on his trip to Scotia. Ooh. Why are you blushing? Wait, do I get to be a third? Can I be a third? I would love to be a third. I will be. Let me in. I'll bang on that door. What does that even mean? I'll bang on that door? Why is he there? He took this whole situation with the police very hard. As you can imagine, he's a sensitive soul. I think he needed to go home to his family for a while to heal. Meanwhile, I paid the fine for his involvement in Petru's money laundering, and I'm looking after his plans. How do you feel about all this? I miss him very much, but he's where he needs to be right now. And when he gets back, I'll be there to help him get back on his feet. Find his place in Bukovi once more. Anyway, I will try and find a friend to talk with, so I miss Bjorn less. I will fail, but I will try. Take care. No. I don't get to be a third? That's fucked up. How dare you? They hate me. They hate me in particular. I'll just be like the yes-ander. You can let me in. Mr. Wagner, come to brighten my evening, I'm sure. I really... You got some gall showing your face here week after week, pig. Interesting. I was about to say the same thing before you cut me off. Great minds. I mean, may I say, if we're talking thirds, look. Is this... Would I want to be part of Toxic Yaoi? Maybe. Perhaps. And is that wrong? Really? Who can say? Look, maybe I said that, maybe I didn't. I don't even know what I said. Honestly, something came through me, some sort of divine power. Maybe it was the goddess. The goddess spoke through me. Just like she speaks through John Lacey. It just felt very, prophetic. Real. You little... I'll cut off something else if you don't watch it. I don't know where you get off talking back to me like this, especially after the way I mopped the floor with you last time. I'm not in the mood to spar with you, Wagner. Don't you have trouble to get into someplace else? I'm not a constable anymore. Unless you decided to bump someone off, it's no longer my business to babysit you. And I think we both know wet work is not your style. So just leave me to my drink, okay? Oh, you want me to leave? That's rich. This is a speakeasy. It's a place where people like me come to relax. We don't need more pigs like you sniffing around, putting people on edge. Can we cut this bullshit already? People like me, my ass. I know you were threatening the bartender for Carla just a few months ago. The only reason you're still here is because they allowed you to stay. That goes for the both of us. I fought tooth and nail to keep the rest of the pigs out of here, and I'll continue to do so despite your hostility, because the bartender is my friend. So get off my back. Whoa, crazy. This is crazy. Peter's anger seems to cool. You see him crack a smile as he leans back in the chair, taking a swig of Hugo's drink. Look at you. A whole new man, with a backbone and everything. Oh, spare me, Peter. I'm too tired to deal with your pithy remarks tonight. You're no fun like this, Blue. I'm sure it's a wild concept to a hedonist like you, but my life isn't really about fun. It's about doing my job. There's scarier things out there than you, Peter. I know we both want to keep this place up and running. I could really use you in my corner right about now. What, you're asking me for help? I wasn't even done yelling at you yet. Always has to be a dance with you, doesn't it? Trust me, I know your record back to front. We've had our differences, but you're the only guy in this bar I'd trust to keep an eye on the bartender. Hell, you'd probably be more competent at it than me. I just start like, the boys are fighting and then the boys are reconciling over me. Like, this is You know what? They don't do it like this. They don't do it like this. There are things I would say right now regarding this situation that I simply can't say because, again, I'm pledged to the goddess and I must, you know, respect the sanctity of this goddess space. This is clearly our church and we are going to be very good goddessians or something. Whatever the equivalent to Christian in this is. Man, you're gonna take the fun out of ribbing on you with that kind of pathetic sincerity. You're not drunk enough to be getting this sentimental on me, Blue. I'll keep an eye out, alright? What do you think I've been doing? Zero survival instincts, that one. Not unlike you. Hey, what's the matter with you anyway? You look like a wet rag hung out to dry. That's how I feel, too. Seems you need this more than I do. Cheers. Cheers. Peter hands back the glass, watching as Hugo takes it and downs the rest. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Why? I love men. I love men. Why are y'all sharing drinks? Kind of? I mean, it's just boy rivals. It's just boys being rivals. Clearly. You're not so bad, Hugo. I still trust you about as far as I could throw you. But considering this place is still open, I guess you're less of an annoying stickler than you used to be. Besides, I'm pretty sure I could throw you pretty damn far. I'm touched. Can I romance both of them at once? I'll do a save with that before I end it. Good evening, bartender. Evening. Yeah, let's cheer you up. Here you go, Pookie. So it is the same handwriting. Considering what happened to Vincent, it seems those weren't just idle threats after all. So, you're in danger. I can take care of myself. Don't worry about me. This doesn't add up. Why Vincent of all people? You're right, there's nothing connecting us besides this bar. Unless there's something about him you and I are not aware of. You ask around. Okay, yeah, I'm in danger. Sorry, let me rephrase. Oh. I'll admit, I did consider this a possibility, but I hoped it wasn't true. I'm sorry, bartender. I should never have dragged you into this. Hey. I'm your partner. We're in this together. Right, of course. I wish there was more I could do, but all measures of police protection I could offer would put the nightcap at risk of discovery. I'll try to be here as often as I can, but in the meantime, all we can do is try to catch this twisted individual. Speaking of twisted individual... Culprit's gift. So the case belonged to the culprit. You know something, don't you? I'm sorry. I really can't take this right now. Not when I'm having a good night for once. He's being avoidant. Whatever he knows, it's a painful topic. Thankfully, everyone talks when they're angry and drunk, even the detective. Okay, let's write that down. Hugo. Sad. Drunk. Fair enough. Ilya. Let's just get you. Let's feed you. I don't think there's anything else I can kind of, do with her for right now. Maybe, potentially. Oop. Did not mean to click that. Okay. Culprit left a gift. Yeah. So just as I thought, our nemesis is toying with us, trying to intimidate you somehow. Cigarette case isn't much of a threat. You're right, it's possible they merely want to keep you on your toes. However, I suspect they think it will mean something to you. Or to the detective, perhaps. Yeah. We're finally getting case 0 payoff. Hey, y'all had a charged interaction. I could do both of them, man. What? No, I'm not. That was gonna sound bad. When I started saying that, I was gonna say I could do both of them at once. What I mean is romance-wise. And not, like... Because I can't on his own because it makes me feel too bad. Unless something changes during this case that changes my perception, it just makes me feel way too bad. Suppose we should converse? I know you don't care about me like that. But it is in character. It is in character for this bartender to be like, hey. Well, I'll still quick save. I don't wanna disappoint Hugo. Do you have feelings for me? Can you be more specific? Hard as it may be to believe, I have many feelings. Currently, I feel mild confusion and a hint of impatience. Romantic feelings, Reese? Right. They squirm in their seat. You realize it's the first time you've ever seen them uncomfortable. I don't usually have those. Not until recently. Took me a while to realize it too. Romance novels don't really mention the awkwardness and frustration. I've yet to feel any butterflies in my stomach either. Mostly I just want to scream into my pillow a lot. I guess that's what love is. I'm flattered? Huh? Oh, I wasn't talking about you. Oh. Don't misunderstand me. I like you a great deal. There's not a lot of people I could say that about. But there's someone I become unexpectedly, frustratingly attached to. Oh, it's Killian. I know. Alas, this is a burden I must bear alone. You'd pity me if you knew. But I'm glad to have your friendship for moral support. Stay strong. Stay strong, friend. I don't feel like doing this right now. I want to make case progress. I want to make case progress. See, I need to get to the board and start putting stuff on there. I'm really excited about that. No, she's gonna say, I want to be with Maria. Clearly. I'll click it. Fuzzy feelings of friendship and camaraderie and all that. Sure, oodles of them, but that's not what you mean, is it? Well, no. Right, thought so. Sorry, bud. Yeah. I understand. Cedar's lining out to show them the neat trick where you toss the bottle in the air before pouring. You're damn right it is. Yeah, I knew you were talking about Maria. Yeah, that's become a bit of a fixture. In Libraria, at the tea terrace, on the boulevard, when the weather's good. Even here sometimes. She's taken 4, sometimes 5 minutes to beat me now. Getting better. I get bored pretty quickly anyway. That's generally as long as I want a game to go, you know. So you and Maria? Yeah. Thanks in no small part to you, buddy. I know. my machinations have played out. Yeah, you nudged me, but I was ready to be nudged. How's it going? I gotta say, it's going pretty damn great. We don't live together or nothing, but I bring her coffee in the morning. It's been the best part of my day. Why's that? Because she comes to the door all sleepy with her bed hair, and she's yawning, and she's sleepy, and she's thinking about chess or work or whatever. When I ask her what she's thinking about, she just smiles and says nothing. Then she drinks her coffee and does this little happy sigh. Sounds nice. Then if I think she's woken up and if she's in the mood, and I think she won't get annoyed, I push her over on the bed and give her such a giant hug. And she starts laughing. I tell you, bud, best damn part of my day. That's gonna be me annoying my terrible, terrible little guy. My little train boy. My little train boy. Yeah, I'm also going to wait on this right now. I am sure I've given you a femme fatale in this run. Oh, you weren't here during the theater case when we got them. That's fair. I'll leave you for right now. Then I'll get to, I'm assuming I'll be able to get all that info back. He's not drunk enough. Can I give you another drink? Yeah, I don't know why, I think the assumption that, again, that the killer from Case Zero is back and is going to try and hurt me mistakenly, like thinking that I'm like, but I don't know. Like, he wouldn't, that was like Elliot, right? Like, why would he make that mistake, you know? Because he saw them, and I'm like, I could... Vincent does not look like that. I don't know. If this is just a taunt for Hugo in particular, that's interesting to me as well. I don't see it being like the... Again, because I'm like pretty certain now that Sandra was like the Case Zero bartender. At least I hope she was. That would be awesome. Like, I do feel like the potential for that is pretty big. It would be... I would love to play it. Honestly. I would love for her to be there and to be that. Because she is very cool. He's already connected with stuff. Key thief, I mean... No, we just gotta get Hugo drunk. Hugo, get your ass back. If you're not there, I swear to God, Hugo. I know his ass is not gonna be in. But Sandra's back. Cool pose over here. Oh, this is a good group. This is a great group. And you're sure this is a true story? Absolutely, 100% certain. As incredible as it sounds, the book was based on a series of real tragedies that befell the Rothers family. Even the part where the oldest son dies from heartbreak right after kissing his true love goodbye. I'll admit that part did sound a little unrealistic. Yes, that actually happened. I believe she wore a lipstick made with peanut oil, to which he was deathly allergic. My, how perfectly macabre. Agreed. What about the part where his ghost is still seen haunting the moors to this day? I suppose that part may have been added for dramatic effect. Really, Misty Moors are a prime haunting location, so that's the one part I didn't doubt personally. The part where the youngest daughter's fiancé is a shameless philanderer and she still agrees to marry him though. Huh. I'm not sure if ghosts are real, Reese. They are. You learn something new every day. I certainly try to make a habit of that, although I'm not sure if this counts. This is a great group. This is a fun bunch. Hey, you! You know Peter. You do know Peter. You know Peter so well. And you better fucking say you do. Ha 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 ha. Well, no, I'll wait on that before I know. No, I won't. Sandra smiles knowingly, deviously. What a perfectly casual question. And how would it make you feel if I said yes, I wonder? I'd be a little sad. Oh, only a little. Maybe a lot. Oh, you poor dear. Well, I suppose you're in luck then. To answer your question, I'm not really seeing someone right now, no. Not really? It's a bit cliche to say it's complicated, isn't it? And probably not really satisfying either. I've had flings now and then, and entanglements with someone I care about. Someone that's been good to me. Oh. Okay, I see. But sometimes two people bring out the worst in one another. A trauma bond is a bad foundation for a healthy relationship. No amount of attraction can change that. We're just not good for one another. Besides, I think my heart has been set on someone else for a while now anyway. Someone like me? Would you like it to be? Considering everything you know about me? Yes, sir. See, that's quite unfortunate. I'd hoped to avoid this. You matter a lot to me, bartender. It's taken me a long time to see that, to admit it to myself. Maybe too long. Maybe things could have been different if... Well, it doesn't matter now. It's too late now. I'm afraid I'd have to disappoint you. It wouldn't work between us. My life is too complicated. I see. Glad you understand. Hurting you is the last thing I'd ever want to do. Yeah. Let me reload. That rejection actually felt really bad. That one felt really bad. Because... Okay. In my head, you know, I'm like driving to do chores and stuff. Like errands. Not chores. I'm driving to do errands. I'm picking stuff up. I'm getting myself something to drink. I'm thinking about this specific relationship. Which if she is... Case you're a bartender with case 1 through 4 bartender, to me feels like, I don't know, there's something so juicy about it. It hits like the brain so well. Like better than any other option. And I do think Hugo is a great option in terms of like a narrative like payoff. But this to me, because like Casey or bartender matters so much to me. Like what happened to them is just kind of like fully in the theme of the game. We don't get to ever get like that resolution. I mean, as a player, and I hope other people playing this feel this too, this sense of like, we see like things have changed for the better, but that didn't fix it. That didn't stop it from happening. This person got thrown under the bus and everyone's just pretending it didn't happen. And they're moving on and we're someone different. But like, from a meta perspective, like we the player are aware that something just never got fixed. You know? Something was just unjust. And this person just never got justice. So for me, I consider that like kind of like the tragedy, especially with her care. If this is case 1 bartender, if Sandra's that, like her care for like us, like the current bartender, it feels like, I don't know, there's something very like tragic about it. Almost in a way, this is crazy. Look, bear with me for a second. it's definitely not the same as this, obviously, but in this there is like a little bit of that Utena Anthe energy where, I mean, they're making mistakes and one person is kind of put into this role, like this sacrificial role compared to the other, but both are hurting each other, both are trying to protect each other, like, and in the end, like, they are the people who would understand each other the most because they take that effort to do so, you know? At least that's just that's why I'm very compelled by that possible dynamic. So the rejection, maybe she's just a bartender and she's not like, she never run a speakeasy or anything. I'm sure that's the case. Totally not Casey or a bartender. But yeah. You know Peter? Do I know him? You seem to be on a first name basis. Complicated. He's a friend. Actually, quick save. She smiles impishly and raises an eyebrow. I see. I do know him, yes. I also know his reputation. So for the record, no, I'm not an associate of his. I suppose we do have history, though. He used to like my cocktails, even before I learned to mix them properly. Or so he claimed. I'm pretty sure he just fancied me. Did you fancy him? I mean, I have eyes. But I also have enough common sense to avoid dating a man who keeps a revolver in his glove box and dog treats in his coat pockets. I want to reload. I want to actually know more. I want to know more. Pretty sure he still does? He still likes you. Complicated. Pretty sure he does. Peach is a simple creature. He fancies everyone he can't scare, especially if they scratch him behind the ears. Fair enough. I guess I'll do that one again. I'm reloading because I didn't like that answer as much. Yeah, she's a lot smarter than I thought Case Zero Bartender was, honestly. So, hey, hope you're being careful. I wonder if, and if this is like, you know, Elliot who was put away, well, who never actually got arrested. I wonder if, she's so cool, by the way. I wonder how possible it is, you know, I don't know. There's a lot happening where, like, my instinct is that she's the killer, or like the attempted killer. You know, because of the Vincent stuff, but that seems to be obviously like a red flag. Red Heron. Red Heron, sorry. Unless this was deliberately to get at Hugo. I don't know. She seems like she's down a path, and I don't know about that. Oh, hell yeah. Give me the dirt. Give me the dirt. Is she K0 bartender? I see you've been talking to Sandra. Sure have. Blame me? Bras all legs. I'll be crass. Tell me about it. Awooga. You're not calling dibs, are you? We know each other. She made a mean cocktail back in the day. Didn't expect to see her here, though. She's been coming here for a while now. Has she now? No wonder you're so crafty, having a veteran around for help. I figured I'd better butter her up before she remembers I never paid my tab when Prohibition kicked in. Wish me luck. You're a real scoundrel. You are a real scoundrel. You're a silly little guy. Hey, Effia. I don't think we're... romancing you wouldn't... I don't know. It's like, it would be nice. We don't know you that well, but... Though I wonder if she and Olivia have something. I didn't think about it, but it's possible, though. I think Olivia's probably in the camp of, like, what's the term? John Lacey, where it's like, yeah, sure, go ahead. So maybe she's one of those? I'm not entirely sure, because that would mean, I'm assuming Ilya is a romance, but I really shouldn't be doing that. An actionable romance. So we got Peter, we've got, Hugo, we got John Lacey, I'm gonna assume Olivia's actionable. I don't know about Ilya. I want to assume Ilya's actionable. And Effia could be. Effia could be. I should be thinking that. Just given everything else we know. Effia walks to the bar confidently. She waits for you to meet her gaze, then gives you a polite smile. Evening, Effia. Hold on, I gotta go do something. I'll be right back. Good evening. I came to offer my respects and inquire after Vincent. I know he's gravely injured. He's tough. I hope you'll be okay. And you as well? Not sure about that either. Well, from one survivor to another, no matter what happens, you will find a way through this. I believe that. Thanks, Effia. There's good people here. We've got to build a community for hard days like this. And you've done that. Lean on them when you need to. The people who care about you will pick you back up when the world knocks you down. How about you mix me a drink so I can toast us both? Couple of survivors. And a drink. Spicy, yeah. The gay drink. Gay people love this drink. Granted, it's just Maria and you are of ambiguous sexuality. So who knows? I knew you were good, but I didn't expect this. This is the best cocktail I've ever tasted. I'm glad this place is still busy, even if I probably won't be able to visit often. Too much writing these days. Which reminds me, I need to talk to Lawrence. What about? He wanted me to work with him again, but I politely declined. I hope I didn't hurt his feelings, but I think creatively, we are not in the same place anymore. He gave me handwritten notes for his new project. Hundreds of pages of scribbles. That man is not a writer. You didn't like it? I didn't like it. What was wrong with it? Lawrence was a great director and producer, but he's an old man now. His ideas don't fit the modern theater audience. And he was never great at writing his ideas down. He rambles, he does. He does ramble. I swear his notes are the most verbose thing I've ever read. Really? Really? That man wrote a grocery list that would include every individual item. I can picture it now. Soup, bread, lemon juice, a grape, another grape, another grape, another grape. I wish she kept going. So who will you work with instead? There's plenty of producers and directors, but I'm mostly hoping to work with Olivia again eventually. We've had our differences, but she's undoubtedly talented. I might even ask her to mentor some younger actors. Give something back, as she would put it. Are you working on anything else? Indeed I am. I'm writing a book, a memoir of sorts, about my experience of working in theater. It's also a bit of an expose on how women are treated in our business. After the incident at the Maverick, we all learned a lot about the dark side of show business. I hope to shine a light on it. It's brave of you. Thank you, bartender. For your efforts back then, too. They didn't go unnoticed. I should get moving. The deadline won't end till I'm dead. That sounds grim, doesn't it? I swear it's not actually that bad. The truth is I love writing. I made up a little person. Oh no, they're in trouble. What a wild job to have. I should probably get back to it, but I'm glad I got to see you again. Let's try it. Perhaps we could see each other more often? Oh? You know, I'm very busy these days, but I admit I do like the sound of that. We haven't known each other for very long, but I've come to really enjoy your company. It's been a comfort. Kinda missed you, actually, before coming here today. Feel the same way. She smiles warmly. I'm glad. I had a feeling you did. I'd like for us to get to know each other better. I'm happy to clear out my schedule for that any day. Maybe we could start by going out for coffee sometime soon? And who knows, maybe something more could develop. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. She's an actual option. Okay. Yeah, I'm going based on tiers of relevance to, like, story in terms of who we've been, like, actually chatting with much. You know? And I feel like with all of these, I mean, I assume Illy is gonna be one. Glad to see you too. Yeah. She's a good option as well. I think... I'm trying to... who did I think was like her like, proxy? I guess she would be like the John Lacey where it's like, whoa! Neat option. Like, not expecting that. I guess I expected more from her. We had like a more, what's the term? A different type of like back and forth. It felt very casual, very like easy, I think. Though I do like the preacher. Sorry, the priest. I don't say preacher, like I'm some kind of Protestant. I'm not. I was never a Protestant. Evening. God, I can't do that. I can't do it. Let's get Ilya. Some stuff. And ask about the friend stuff in a second. I bet she is someone that I have to get full hearts to do that for. I see you've been making friends. Oh yes, I suppose I have. It's funny, really. I was never any good at it before. People overwhelm me. For as many languages as I speak, it always feels like they're communicating in ways I'm just not attuned to. Even when I try, they treat me as a curiosity. I'm used to keeping to myself, and the anonymity of my work has made that very easy. My books are all I need. It was curiosity that made me come to the nightcap, but I've come to really enjoy it. Somehow, talking to others just feels less daunting here. Maybe it's the alcohol? I would assume it's the alcohol. I'm lucky to have met people like Vincent and Elena who have so much knowledge and wisdom to share. And I've much in common with Maria and Effia too. And you, of course. You've been a good friend. I've enjoyed our time together. So have I. I'm glad I came here. I'm happy for you, Ilya. We're not there yet. You know about this? The case itself must be some sort of message the culprit intended for you to receive. There must be more to it. Perhaps it's a puzzle? You'd better be careful. I can't have the lock to the basement changed in Vincent's absence. I will be... Yeah. Again, I just don't have the bandwidth for too much other discussions. You know? What if we could romance her? I know you're married. Oh. You've been talking to Clara? Interesting. Indeed I have. We spend many of our evenings in the same establishment these days. One becomes curious about one's fellow patrons. Why Clara? Why not? She's this bright and spunky young lady. Reminds me of a young someone. And her vernacular has charm. Where else am I going to learn what it means when you call someone the big cheese? Vital information. It is to me. Investigators need to know a little bit about everything and everyone. And Clara is a good girl. A bit inelegant, perhaps. But her joie de vivre, her... Never ask me to do French, is infectious. She's disarmingly down to earth, as many working class girls can be. She briefly told me about her martial arts, which I found most fascinating. I can only admire a young woman learning to defend herself, especially in these times. That's fun. Very fun. No, they do seem like they get along. Yeah, unfortunately, I just don't have the energy to do this right now. I've read so much dialogue and I'm like, we need to get to the breakthrough. Like, we're near the end and I'm so, like, vibrating about it. Like, this is very, it's like, everything's coming together. K0, you're back in play, baby. Hugo. I want to hear this. Whoa, I didn't see that one coming. Wait. Oh, it was a issue with this text box. Really? You didn't? Well, no, that's a lie. I knew your parents were sort of intense. That's certainly one way of putting it. I just can't believe that becoming a photographer was the straw that broke the camel's back, you know? After all the other stuff you pulled, I mean. I remember when you first joined me and Alina at the lounge. One of the girls at the bar warned me you stole a bottle of champagne. While out on a date with her friend, you bolted without paying the bill. Killian shifts awkwardly in his seat, his cheeks as salmon pink as his shirt. Or suit. I think it was just a Prosecco. And Vincent told me you ran over a bunch of people's mailboxes on Stradia Luica with your parents' radio car? Just the one measly mailbox. And maybe a small sapling? Didn't you get into a scuffle with a waiter at the Grand Bellagio for staining your dinner jacket? You dropped a bread roll in my gazpacho. Hey, let's change the topic, okay? Alright. At least if I embarrass you now, it means you've grown out of those kind of antics. Of course, I'm mortified. Goddess, no wonder you hate me so much if you know all this. I never hated you, Killian. I mean, I admit I thought you were a bit of a bonehead at first, and a peacock. I'm afraid not even Reese would argue with you on that. I was just protective of Alina. Maybe a little possessive too. I didn't want her to end up in a bad match, that's all. I'm sorry if I was a bit hostile at times. It's alright. It's in the past. I'm sure we can put it behind us and focus on more positive things. Miss Bai told me about your big tournament. I never understood much about chess, despite Alina's best efforts to explain it. But I know how much this must mean to you. To both of you. So, congratulations. I'm sure Alina is proud of you. Thanks, Killian. You can be really sweet, you know that? I was glad to hear you found out the right thing for you in the end, even if it wasn't chess or medicine. I really like the photos you showed me. You have a good eye. And I'm glad you're taking pictures of more than just blonde girls these days. Your portraits of Reese are stunning. Huh? Well, yes. Thanks, Maria. You're getting kind of a vibe? Lawrence, you're gonna talk so much. I need Hugo right now. You need to be so drunk. Four, and I fuck it up. That didn't work? Oh, maybe he just needs to dislike it. He needs to dislike the drink, okay. You hate this one? Maybe? Oh, he's still in the back. Yeah, he has to actually drink it. Okay. Makes sense. Well, the culprit's gift. So the case belonged to the culprit. You know something, don't you? I do, yes. I'd never seen it before, but I know it's part of a matching set. I'm pretty sure the lighter that goes with it is currently stored in an evidence locker at the Bukovia Police Department. It once belonged to a man named Elliot Lynn. I know that name. The Bukovia killer. He was last active 2 years ago when he murdered 6 women around the boulevard. A killer does sound like a plausible suspect. I agree. But why attack Vincent, and why threaten you? I couldn't tell you. Perhaps he thought Vincent was my new partner, not you? Hugo's brow furrows. You can tell his thoughts are racing, but he remains silent. Is there more he's not telling you? It's been a long day. What do you wish to discuss? Tell me more about Elliot Lynn. I told you what I know, bartender. Stop needling me. You can tell this is a sore subject, but perhaps someone else knows more about a killer like Lynn. Elena, have you heard any goss? Since the others aren't here? The others aren't here, you know about Elliot Lynn? Oh, I remember him alright. It was the case that got Hugo's name in the papers. It was quite the ordeal. I don't find it at all hard to believe that Lynn has been holding a grudge to this day. Bukovia's speakeasy served him well until Hugo's investigation forced him to flee the country. An investigation held at this very bar, mind you. Lynn must have assumed Vincent was part of the ploy. The BPD gave chase once they'd realized he'd slipped the net. Hugo made a good effort to track him too. Thinking out of the box was always his forte, invaluable in a manhunt like this. Though train ticket purchases and statements from travelers and staff, through those, they followed his movements all the way to Rusalka. Lynn was headed for Kasia, a small city where he had relatives. What happened? The trail went cold, of course. The flow of information between Sara and Rusalka was never great, but the last few years things had been particularly tense. The BPD had to admit defeat. So he's still out there. It's starting to look like he may be out here somewhere, doesn't it? The only thing I don't understand is why he would come back. Why take that risk? Did something happen in Kasia to flush him out of hiding? We need more information. Time to go to Stacks. Okay. Elliot Lynn. Elliot Lynn, born in 1890 in Bukovia, was a registrar of the... Yeah. In November 1927, he became a key suspect in the department's investigation of the blah 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 blah. He fled in December. Is revealed. Current whereabouts. Okay. Kasia. Kasia is a rural locality in the administrative center of the Tabarov district in northern Rusalka. Please select a specific topic to learn about Kasia. Time registered. This is your backup operator. Oh, this is your backup operator, Eliza Clips. While our archives do contain articles pertaining to this locality, the majority are from Rusalkan sources and have never been requested for translation. Our member responsible for the translations is currently unavailable. Can't say with certainty when she'll be back to process your request. Can give you this. Cyrillic. My own translator. Well, we got Ilya. History. It's founded by settlers in 1645. Village burned in 1750. First church. Burned, rebuilt. Church is burned. Building. Okay, not much. Population size. Around. Very small. Very small. Okay. Okay. Got motive and that. My thought is he's dead. And that's what this will reveal. And that this is... well, it is what it is, you know? Hi, Lawrence. Lawrence Sullivan IV steps down in the bar, his expression serene. When he spots you, he gives a brief nod and heads over. Good evening, bartender. I won't be stopping long. Just wanted to offer my thoughts and prayers to Vincent. Let you know everyone at the theater is hoping he'll pull through. Thanks, Lawrence. Poor Vincent has been through a lot. Did you know I was friends with both him and his wife when we were young things? I'm not surprised. Yes, Flora was a charming lady. Vincent doted on her. Back in their youth, he was quite smitten. She loved scarves, you know. Bright, colorful ones. Warm-hearted lady who always felt too cold in Sarah. She wanted to move abroad with Vincent, but she was never quite well enough. I see. Back when he worked at his father's central offices as a young man, the shopkeepers on the boulevard would put all their most colorful scarves on display in the window. They knew if Vincent saw them, he would buy them for Flora, no hesitation. When she passed away, I invited myself over for dinner one evening. We weren't close friends, but I was concerned about his well-being. I've never seen a human being so hollowed out. A hammer fell on his heart and smashed it to shards. He was a shell of a man. I remember looking for a clean glass to pour some wine, and opening a cupboard to find boxes upon boxes of unopened scarves. He had simply never gotten around to giving them to her. Oof, that's... oh god. Vincent loved deeply, and when he lost Flora, that love did not go away. Instead, it went out into the community. In a million ways, he gave generously to everyone he could. Of course, he is not perfect. No one is. But still, the community he fostered cares deeply for him, as do his friends, old and new. How are you doing, Lawrence? Me? Capital, dear friend. You working on something? Indeed I am. A new work, based on a Bildungsroman, about a young man who aspires to greatness in the theater, and achieves it. Sounds interesting. Yes, indeed. I'd asked an old writing partner to work with me on it, but she was busy on some loftier prospect. So I conscripted a young student writer to help me instead. My colleagues are skeptical that I'll come together, but I remain confident. After Dalliance was cut short, I needed a new direction. While I'm keen to find new talent, I will be more careful when casting the play. I've learned one lesson. It's that I must support my actors, and probably vet them more carefully too. I'm having trouble finding a decent props master though. Perhaps I should not have let Reese slip away. I didn't realize their work was quite so pivotal. I may have cast aside the best in the business. No, I was thinking about Stavros' death. I can't help but think that maybe I need to do some things differently from now on. I think I should consider the well-being of my actors more carefully, especially young women. Within reason, of course. I still need to focus on the quality of the production first and foremost. But in future, I think I'll listen a little more. Glad to hear it. Anyway, I should be going. Don't expect to be back unless Vincent returns. I wouldn't like to be caught up in any scandal this place might experience. But I do hope it doesn't come to that. Best of luck, bartender. Thanks. Evening. Let's ask you about Elliot, since you have that information, right? Elliot Lynn? You think he might be back? I'm afraid he might be. Goddess, that's awful. I need to tell Clara. I'm pretty sure he chased her. If he's back in Bukovi, he may come after her again. I'm worried she'll get upset. Or worse, she'll do something really foolish. But I can't keep this from her. There's so much happening in the city, and this place always feels like it's at the center of it. Oh, yeah, that's just the loop. Sorry to upset you. Is what it is. Hey, Killian. I noticed you were talking to Maria. I was, yes. It would be tough to avoid each other here, wouldn't it? I don't see the point in trying. We're never really friends. I was always a rival for Alina's affections. It feels a little silly looking back. She's not so bad, really. And we're the two people who loved Alina most. Maybe if things had been different, we would have supported one another. But we missed that chance. It's not too late to become friends. Maybe you're right. She does have her merits, I won't lie. She's probably the smartest person I know. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to buy her a drink. Go for it. Besties. Besties. I believe y'all can be besties. Crossing crimes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait. I'm sure this will be the alibi. Once Ilya's in, I'm pretty certain. I have a sinking suspicion that this is more, that perhaps I wasn't the target whatsoever. There they are! Lucas catches your eye when he sees you're not busy. And when he sees you're not busy, he ducks on Bjorn's sleeve and they both walk over to you with matching smiles. Hey pal, me and Lucas were just talking about you. All good, I hope? Oh yes, definitely. We owe you a lot. That's why we wanted you to be the first to hear our news. What news? We're leaving. You're leaving. Bjorn, there's a lot more to it than that. Please tell our friend why we are leaving, where we are going, and more importantly, why they invited to join us. Huh? Oh, wait, do I actually get to be a third? What the hell is happening? This is crazy. Wait, you want me along? I get to be part of it? I get to be in the sandwich? Alright, so me and Lucas, Lucas and I have been talking about our plans for the future. We like the city fine, but well, we both love the countryside too. See, when I was on my last trip to Scotia, I found this really nice wee cabin next to the lake. It's on the border, and while it's not exactly home, you and our friend doesn't need the whole backstory. Skip to the important part. Right, so this cabin is in a gorgeous wee spot. There's a real variety of finches, sparrows, and even some kestrels that nest in the hills near the lake. A cottage. Bjorn and I have plans to move to a cottage near the Nevis Hills. I have some savings and Bjorn is handy. We found the most perfect little property. Run down, but with lots of potential. It's still too expensive to my mind, Lucas. You let me worry about that. After all, when we get to the cottage... The cabin. When we get to the cottage, and it is a cottage because we'll fill it with blankets, rugs, nice crockery, vases for flowers, and a proper fireplace, I'll be the one sitting by the window sipping coffee while I watch you chop firewood and renovate the whole place. I suppose fair is fair. Oh, yeah, just friends. Okay, sure. Yeah, I'm glad I'm your guys' friend. Awesome. No, it's great. It's great. I'm great. I love it. When we have made it a proper home, we will have guests. Among the first will be you, our dear friend, who made almost every part of our dream possible. Thank you. Listen, pal, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be together, and I'd be in prison. Lucas is letting you off the hook too easy, as usual. We'll not be taking no for an answer. When the place is set up, there's a guest room for you. Anytime you need a cozy bed and two good friends, well, our home is your home. Can't wait! It's an open invite, my friend. Anytime you need to escape the city, escape to us. We even tried to mix you a drink. Aye, Lucas can do that bit. I don't know much about mixing drinks, but I'll fry you up a proper Scotchin meal. Hope you like deep fried food. I love it. Me clenching my fist, biting my fist, slamming my face on the table. Sure, yeah. Yeah, I'll hang out with you guys. I'll hang out with you guys. We'll be best friends. Sure, friends is fine. Hey, Look, sorry, I punched my mic. I do that a lot, apparently. So, I came in knowing there was no, I had no clue there was romance in this game. Sorry, I burped. I had literally no clue. So, I have no clue what is real, what is not. So, watch me get my hopes up. Ah, well, you've certainly come to the right person with this. Let's have a look. She pushes her glasses up and begins poring over the printouts, whispering under her breath as she scans through the articles. Gradually, her expression darkens. What is it? Is there anything relevant? I'm afraid so. There were 6 murders in Cassia over the past year, an unusually high amount for a city of that size. That's more than double the number of incidents recorded in the year prior. 2 are believed to be gang-related, but 3 were local women between the ages of 25 and 35. Vladlina Zayetseva, Avina Volkova, and Raisa Belyaeva. All 3 were blonde. All died of poisoning. The last murder was a foreigner found dead from a stab in the abdomen. His name was Elliot Lynn. He's dead. I thought so. I know. No wonder it's doomed. No wonder we're doomed, Sandra. We're doomed. Isn't that just more romantic? It says in the article he was found in a ditch by the road just outside of the city after passerby spotted his parked radio car. His wallet was untouched, but a letter was found tucked inside his waistcoat. Get your affairs in order? Exactly. It seems he chose to run instead, and it wasn't a wise choice. Need to go tell Hugo about this, thank you. Sure. Yeah. That's what I figured. Yeah, of course she knows. Of course she's heard of Elliot Lynn. Not this being the most tragic love story that never was. I'm assuming. Like I'm not clocking everything, like I'm not paying attention. Have you heard about Elliot Lynn? That creep. What about him? Might be back on the scene. Good. You heard me. I'm not running away this time. I'm ready for that weirdo if he shows up again. And if Elena or one of you smart detective types don't catch him, if he makes a move on me, I'll beat the crud out of him. I almost feel sorry for him. Yeah, last week I learned how to reverse an arm bar and snap a fella's arm like a twig. My grappling has really come on. I bent Elliot into a pretzel. Oh, and hey, I have some big news. I got my purple belt. Congratulations. It's the 3rd highest ranking in Bartitsu. Sifu says I'm the first woman in this district to reach grade 7. Can you believe that? I can't. And I won't be the last woman who reaches that grade. I'm now a class assistant, and I even have my own student. You won't believe who it is. Tell me? Maria. I got tired of her kicking my butt at chess, so now I can kick her butt for real. She really respects how I don't give up, ever. So yeah, she asked me if we could do something else together besides chess. Good for you two. Y'all have fun flirting. Need I say more? She loves it. And she has good balance and decent technique. I mean, she ends up on her back an awful lot when she goes up against me. I bet neither of you mind that. Oh, come on, bartender, give me a break. I'm going red here, don't tease me, alright? And Elliot? Look, I ain't gonna lie. That creep scares me real bad, but men like that, they're weak. They're bullies. All I can do is make myself a hard target, keep my wits about me, stay strong enough to defend myself, and the people I love. Sifu says the strongest branch bends in the wind, but doesn't break. I don't need to be the best fighter, the best chess player, the best anything to be happy and protect my friends. I just gotta be able to move with the wind. Does that make sense, or am I mixing up my metaphors again? There's a good idea in there somewhere, right? Sounds very wise to me. Wise? Not a compliment I get that often, but I'll take it. Oh yeah, I already gave you stuff. So this is rough. It's what I was thinking. It really is what I was thinking. So, Elliot's dead. He's dead? Huh. Well, I'm glad someone gave that sack of shit what he deserved. Whoever did it probably saved more innocent broads than the cops ever did. But also, the other no, he's not. Floor, the place was a trap. It's not poison folks anymore. Yeah, because it's not a man's weapon, it's a woman's weapon. I think. She should go free. Well, maybe not. Maybe Vincent probably shouldn't have been stabbed. So, Elliot's dead. Lynn was already dead. I didn't see that one coming. And that letter. That wasn't a random killing by a local, or the acts of vengeful family members of one of his Rusalkan victims. Lynn's cigarette case ended up here in the bar. Whoever took him out has their eyes on not just Hugo, but on you as well. Must be something we're missing. Something about Lynn's case, perhaps? See what Hugo thinks. I don't think it's about me. I don't think any of this is about me. I think, if anything, it's a warning to get me out of here. Because it's not I'm not supposed to be here. I think. Like, I was never supposed to be part of this. I think this is all about, I think it was for Vincent. I think it was for Vincent, and I think it's for Hugo, and I think for me, I don't know, it's a warning that what happened to Elliot could be happening, well, first off, it's a warning of the case that was the betrayal. The only reason it's sent to me is so that I can get it to Hugo. I don't think it's about me. Anyway, I'm gonna try and romance you, even though you're not gonna want me. Be a little sad. Maybe a lot. Not really. Someone like me? Everything. Yes, that's quite unfortunate. Matter a lot to me. Hey. Too late now. Afraid I have to disappoint you. See. Yeah. This I do like. I'm making it canon for this bartender to be like, let's have our weird, like, bond. Our weird mind meld bond. And once again, I must wait. It seems I must wait. Elliot's death becomes increasingly clear to me, but alas, how this resolves itself, like, in what way do my choices matter and how this plays out, is of interest and it's of note. I don't think she's ever been here when Hugo's been here, has she? For obvious reasons, perhaps. Ace 4. Get you a drink. Uh-huh. Shit. The fact that this game is so under, like, the radar does make the romance questions a little hard to gauge, because I would love to have information like that. So... Elliot's dead. What? But... that was our only lead. If it wasn't Lynn, then who is doing this? I don't know. I need to think. Hugo is keeping it together, but you can tell his nerves are frayed. Strong drink might make him open up about his real feelings. Okay. Wasn't Lynn, then who is doing this? Don't know. Okay. We need 2 drink. 2 drink. Which is just like his drink that he likes. So, who's doing this? I don't know. Whoever's doing this, I think they're punishing me. It was my fault that Lynn slipped the net. I messed up the Natalia Reed case and then he killed again. All those women. Goddess, it's all my fault. He got so close, I had him in my sights. But it just wasn't enough. He caught on before I could gather enough evidence to close the case. I was an arrogant fool. Whoever's doing this, they want to see me suffer because they know. They want to make sure you know too. Leaving that stupid case in the bar, it's not enough for them to taunt me with my skeletons in the closet. They want an audience. I bet this was never about Vincent. Stabbing an innocent man right on the doorstep, sending the police here, will destroy both of us. Who would want to do this to you? Hugo looks down, avoiding your gaze. Yes! Finally payoff. I suppose there's one person I can think of. Truth is, you're not the first civilian I've asked for help. There was another, your predecessor here at the Nightcap. They helped me on the Natalia Reed case. It's only thanks to their efforts that I knew Lynn was the culprit. When it came time to close the case, I was too ambitious. I wanted not to just apprehend the Bakovi killer, but to shut down the speakeasy as well. I wanted to be the hero. More than anything, I wanted that promotion. Arrogantly, I thought I could handle it all by myself. I shut down the Nightcap as soon as I believed I had my culprit, but it took me too long to get everything in order for the rest. Of course, Lynn skipped town as soon as he smelled trouble. We chased him, but to no avail. Flushing out a serial killer and shutting down a speakeasy was still enough to net me the promotion. But your predecessor went to prison. Exactly, I thought so. She refused to reveal our cooperation to the authorities. If she had, it could have softened her... That doesn't show up on stream, so we're good. It just could have softened her punishment, but with a criminal background like hers, she had her own moral code. No snitching. That's what I thought. We were doomed from the start, Sandra. Oh, Sandra. I certainly didn't break that silence for her. Who was she? One of King's old enforcers. Clever and adaptable woman from the stacks. I think her name was Sandra Fisher. Sandra? Yes, I don't know where she is now. I suppose she may have gotten out on good behavior by now if she really pulled it together. I don't imagine she's forgotten me, though. Could she really? It's been a long day. What do you wish to discuss? Oof. I knew it was doomed from the start, baby. We were doomed from the start. Sandra. This is so sad. Like, I'm actually gonna cry. The love story that was not. We could have gone out of there. We could have taken ibuprofen together. We could have glued... We could glue pennies to the sidewalk together, but you had your quest for revenge. And you saw me, somewhat of an opportunity, but also, obviously, you don't want me hurt. Oh, Sandra, woman that you are. Amazing, amazing women. Were you going to shut me down too? You want the truth? When I first came here, I assumed that was how things would end. But something in you made me change my mind. I just couldn't do it. Sandra's background clouded my judgment. It made me see her as a criminal above all else. But you made me realize you were just a hardworking civilian trying to get by. A person whose talent and passion had been criminalized overnight. The nightcap has proven invaluable to the people of this city. People need a place like this to come together. I've come to see that now. But you were going to. Yes. I wouldn't blame you if you don't trust me after this. But you asked for the truth. It is what it is. Tell me more about her. I don't know much about her as a person. We didn't exactly chit-chat when we were working together. All I know is what I read in her file. I thought she was just some bartender at first, but then her record convinced me to take a chance on her. I figured her street smarts could come in handy. What had she done? Racketeering, smuggling, theft, the lot. She worked for King, a pretty big fish in Bukovi before Carl had deposed him. King often relied on youth for that sort of thing, and she was only 14 when she started. Only 14. Yeah, I can only imagine the kind of life she's led. From what I gathered, she was out of the game for 4 years or so before I met her. Took over the bar and the stacks. She got out. Yes, a good timing, I reckon. She slipped out just before King's goose was cooked. Perhaps one of Carla's men tipped her off? We had nothing major on her either. No substantial prison time. She got arrested a few times, of course, but there was never enough to hold her for long. A real slippery fish. Until she helped you. Ooh. Ooh. You can tell me more about her, or is that just it? She once stood where you stand now, cleaning those same glasses, wiping that same bar top, helping the same detective? Yes. You gonna do the same to me? You want the truth? Yeah. Yeah, I understand. It was only because you saw us as a person, and she didn't get that opportunity. You know? The circumstances she fell into resulted in that. That is fucked up. That is quite fucked up. Interesting. I wouldn't have taken her for a criminal. You know her? Only as a fellow customer. We've spoken a few times here at the bar. She always seemed wise and pleasantly down to earth. I guess looks can be deceiving. Tell me about it. I mean, I don't know, if there's an ending where I like, I don't know, protect her in some way, I might do that. Sandra Fisher, born in 1893, is a resident of Bukovi and former owner of the bar The Black Briar on Stratia Luica, which was closed down in 1926. In 1927, Fisher was convicted for tax evasion, conspiracy, and operating an illegal speakeasy in violation of the Sarin Prohibition Act, leading to a 1-year prison sentence. Okay. Come back, Sandra. Sandra, I'll dump this chump. I love how I came into this so gay, but now now there's a cool woman, and I'm like, I have to support women. I'll let you get away with it. I mean, the Vincent stuff is not super great, but I don't think you'd hurt me. Like, I can fix her. I mean, well, you know what? I won't fix her. I feel like she stopped. She stopped Elliot. You know about her? Wait, she was arrested? That's why the bar closed? Killian? Hey, I don't know. I thought she became a cop or something. She was always asking us strange, prying questions about Natalia, and that detective was sniffing around back then too. Can't believe she was telling the police about us. Who would do such a thing? Yeah. So funny. I would never do that. You're probably very close with her, huh? Tell me about her. You knew her. Yeah, no wonder they're never here at the same time. She must still be avoiding him. I noticed that too, you clogged it. I really hope the same thing will never happen to you, even if Hugo seems to have mellowed. Hope so. I mean, he likes me. We're gonna go on a spaghetti dinner date. We're gonna Lady in the Tramp it. Okay. Yeah, I remember her. I was glad to see her again. Here again. We got along back in the day. I never knew what happened to her after the bar got shut down. If I'd known she was in prison, I would have written her a card or something. Oof. Abandoned by literally everyone in her life. Everyone let her suffer consequences that she shouldn't have suffered. I did hear the Nightcap's first iteration was shut down around the time Iliad Lynn was unmasked, but I never realized the two were so directly related. By the goddess, Hugo, how could you? She's a patron here. Really, if she's the person I think she is. I never did catch her name, but she always struck me as this clever sort, a listener. I fear this might be the answer to our earlier question. You see it too, don't you? Let's put the pieces together. Yeah, I think it's clear. It's pretty clear. She's got the motive. Predecessor. Okay. Skeletons in the closet. Under Fisher. Why would she attack Vincent? Why would I not know why she would attack Vincent? I guess but, I mean, he didn't help her. He didn't protect her when he said he would. He threw her under the bus too. I don't think that's so hard to come to a natural conclusion about. Hey! Bjorn sits down on the chair with a contented sigh. He looks over his shoulder at the entrance, tenses up slightly, then relaxes again. Evening. Hello, pal. I heard about Vincent, and it seems like you might be in a spot of bother with him out of the picture. Worrying time. When it seems like a lot of people gave up on me, you stuck by me. That meant a lot. I'll do the same for you. Anything you need, just let me know. Thanks, Bjorn. Hey, bartender, before you mix my drink, I have to tell you something important. Thank you, pal. Thank you. It's a long month. I was feeling real low. Proper gloomy. Thought the system was out to get me. I lost all hope. If our places were reversed, I don't know if I would have had the gumption to do what you did for me. I owe ya. I'm glad you made it, Bjorn. I am in one piece, and I only got a few more gray hairs for the stress. How are you doing? My brief trip back home helped. Gotcha always finds a new way to show me why I love her, and I think about her all the time. How's your family? Gotcha's a quiet place for now. Though the rumblings of war are there too, they seem more distant. That's dangerous. Makes the place feel safer than it really is. Tried to explain that to my mother. She doesn't quite get it, but she listens. She's doing well considering. She tries to stay cheerful, but I don't think she would have made it if I was in prison now. She relies on me to keep my brothers in line. Feels like a full-time job. How are they doing? Well, Anstrom left Scotia when I was returning from my trip. He shipped himself off to the colonies to start a new life, and dodge the draft. I'm happy to see him setting off on a new adventure, and he's got some grand plans to set up a homestead in the West Plains. Might be pie in the sky stuff, but at least he's brawling less and dreaming more. And the rest? Caleb is breeding dogs. Think he likes them better than people. Sometimes I think I do too. It seems like he's off the demon drink for now at least. The dogs need feed and water and chased about the hills. That's keeping him in the fresh air and out of the pub. Best of all, Danbo is getting married to his fiancée Lydia. It'll be a simple affair, but loads of drinking and dancing and making merry. I'm not sure what Lucas will make of it, but I can't wait to show him a proper Scottian wedding. How are you two doing? Couldn't be better, thanks for asking, pal. We're dead happy. I still can't believe he chose me, but I'm glad he did. Anyway, I'll get a drink and sit myself down. Something strong may be good. I'm a bit nervous being here. Feel like people are staring at me, you know? Normal to me, nervous. What you're saying makes a lot of sense. I'm sure I'll shake it off eventually. Time for a drink then. You move the floor. Mint. Cocktail. You wanted mint. Here we go, your copper bullet. Awesome. See ya. So... good evening. So... yeah, he screwed her over alright. Thankless bastard. Can you imagine throwing a woman like that in the slammer? Do you think she might have wanted to take revenge? I don't think I like what you're implying, bartender. It'd be wise to cut that out right now. Are we sure about that? So this. How the hell should I know? Who in this city wouldn't want to jump that little weasel? The way he flubbed that case was an embarrassment. That grubby little freak got 6 women and he managed to let him slip the net. You're right, he messed up. Glad you're seeing reason. I mean, he knows that too. Dude, it was a bad idea. You got rid of the place that you could catch the killer, so that's crazy. So... a wronged bartender taking revenge on her former employees. It's certainly poetic. She must have been biding her time. You have to find out her means and motive, same as any other suspect. Though I fear she's more aware of what we're doing than any we've chased before. How do I find her motive? Getting a concrete motive for her attack on Vincent might prove more difficult. I think I already know, he broke his promise to protect her. Oh, Vincent. He's done some truly foolish things, but letting a young woman take the fall for him? That was a low moment. No wonder he came to regret it. Only she knew. Perhaps it's not too late to tell her? I want to save her. Yes, yes, yes. Let me save her. I will save you. I can fix her. You should be having your happy day. Your happy day, girl. Saving. Trying. Me trying to save. I'm not gonna understand that when I come back to it later. Hey. Let's give you something. Old winter, make her happy. You were the last bartender here? So you found out about that, did you? And I thought I was sly. Yeah, I was the bartender. After Prohibition, I was working in a cafe when Vincent spotted me. He was never a patron at my old bar on the Stacks, the Blackbriar, but he sure remembered me selling me the bartender's guide. I'll be honest, it seemed a foolish idea even while he was proposing it, but the smell of alcohol and cigarettes, the crackling of the record player over the evening din, the cheerful clinking of ice cubes in the glass, the same old patron shuffling in to tell you about their day, and being able to soak that all up. I missed it. All of it. I still do, so I agreed. Then of course, it all went to shit as soon as that dirtbag weasel darkened my doorstep. Hugo. I should have been smarter than to believe a cop. He gave a good spiel about justice and protecting my community and all that. I was really taken in. I believed I could make it work. Keep this place going. I think what stings most is I really did my best. I gathered evidence, I kept an eye out for my regulars. I sat face to face with the serial killer. And for what? Hugo was so busy plunging the knife in my back that he let Lynn get away. What was my reward for being a good citizen? A year in prison and a black mark on my records. Yeah. Did you attack Vincent? She sighs deeply. She doesn't look angry or offended like you expected, but sad. Her eyes gleaming like black pearls. Quite the accusation. I figured Hugo had dragged you into his detective work the same way he'd once done to me. I remember what it was like. Having my livelihood threatened. The nightcap's survival hangs in the balance if you don't crack this case, doesn't it? Yes. I figured. I can hardly blame you for being so forward then. What you must think of me, I wonder. I think you've been hurt. I figured you'd understand. And what if I give you a confession? You'll toss me in prison, case closed? I want to hear your side of the story. I don't want to do that to you. I see. Fine. Yes, I did it. I stabbed Vincent. I'm sure you have questions, so go on, do what you need to do. Why did you do it? I don't want to get into this. It'll only ruin my day. Ruin your memory of him. Doesn't matter anyway. What's done is done. It's okay, I think I know. You do? He broke his promise when you needed him most. He told me. He told you? He regrets it deeply. She looks stunned. She looks down at her hands, processing your words. I never even considered. I was so furious. So hurt. If only I'd talked to him, People can change, Sandra. That includes you. It's never too late. Maybe you're right. I need to think about this. What did you attack him with? What was the murder weapon, you mean? She tips her head back and chuckles joyously. How stupid do you think I am? Expect me to just hand you over the evidence you need for my own conviction? First you agreed to do Hugo's dirty work, then you tried to have me fill in the blanks. Go fish, she does not like that. It's too much of an act. Let's take a step back. Why did you kill Elliot? Yes, that one I have no trouble taking credit for. I only did what a judge should have done a long time ago. A death sentence. The Covey police allowed Lynn to get away. Once again, I had to be the one to step up to protect the people. I tracked him down a while ago. I needed to do something between jobs. Something more than walking Peter's damn dog. Yeah, you're hanging out. Y'all are doing stuff in there. I fear stuff is happening in there. I sent all my findings to the Bukovi Police Department, mind you, but nothing was done. I'm sure they already knew. They were just too spineless to risk conflict with Rusalka by acting outside their jurisdiction. You did it yourself. As a smart man once told me, I will not pussyfoot like the rest. It was surprisingly easy. He wasn't a man, he was a beast that needed slaughter. My first murder, and I had no hesitation. It was the right outcome, but the wrong way to do it. I didn't do it my way, it wasn't going to get done. Are you gonna hurt Hugo next? Yes. Didn't he tell you what he did to me? He's the source of all my misery. When he turned me in, the Prohees were vicious, and the police had no mercy. I didn't get time to put my affairs in order. I was gracious enough to give Hugo and Vincent better than I got. My landlord terminated my lease when I was in prison, tossed everything I owned out on the street. I lost the last of my mother's things, my books, my cat. After getting out, the black mark on my record ruined my chances of finding honest work. After months of rejections and dwindling savings, I was desperate. I had to crawl back to the kind of employers that first took me in as a teenager. The kind of jobs I swore I'd never do again, just to make ends meet. And all the while, he was climbing the ladder off the back of your hard work. The exact same game he played with me. The more my life went down the drain, the more it made my blood boil. He kept his promise to me. He's changed. You really don't see what kind of person he is, do you? How did he fool you so easily? Maybe I shouldn't be too hard on you. I once fell for it too, but I'm telling you now, he's not the upstanding officer he pretends to be. He's a cold-hearted monster who only cares about getting ahead, no matter who he has to trample to get there. You're just the poor sucker already currently fighting his battles for him. We're partners. If you really believe that, you're more of a fool than I thought. I know you think you're special, but he'll discard you just as easily as he did me. We'll see. You can tell his actions have hurt her deeply. Without a sense of remorse from him, it seems unlikely her feelings can be turned around. Let's leave it here for now. How do I get that? Is this gonna do anything? Yes, who indeed? Oh god. Nightcap. Why did you come here, Sandra? Was all of this a lie? She sighs deeply. She looks slightly irritated, but there's also a sadness in her eyes. Of course not. Do you think I wanted you to be involved in all this? I was just looking out for you, kid. I was worried Hugo would do the exact same thing to you that he'd done once to me. I wanted to see what you were made of. I guess on some level I envied you as well. Seeing you here was like coming home, seeing some stranger on your sofa wearing your slippers. Anyway, Hugo didn't do to you what he did to me. For some reason, he spared you. I wanted to know why. What did you have that I didn't? Why were you worth it when I wasn't? That's what brought me back. And what did you conclude? That the sword of Damocles is still swinging for you too, even with your squeaky clean record. But now I'm sure you don't deserve that fate. Getting late, I should get back to home. I should go home. Good night, bartender. Oof, oofa doofa. Steps into the bar. Rather than taking up his usual post on the stairs, he walks up to you and has a seat. Something about his grave expression puts you on edge. Peter, we need to talk. What's this about? Just something I need to get off my chest is all. It's time to come clean. Pulls an old switchblade out of his pocket, flicks it open, and places it on the bar in front of you. It was me. I stabbed Fleur. No, you didn't! Stop that! Why are you telling me this? It's been entertaining watching you and the Blue-Eyed Wonder flail about, but now you've got a person I happen to like in your crosshairs, so the fun's over. Not the type of guy that lets some poor broad take the fall for him, so back off, alright? I'm the one you're after. I'm not sure I believe this. You better believe it. Why would I lie? You're trying to protect her. I also want to protect her. But we can't protect her. You know, like this. What's wrong with you? Don't you know what the Bukovia Police Department would give for a confession from me? And you're turning your nose up? Then why did you do it? Why? 'Cause he's an arrogant prick who's hated my guts from the start. That feeling is mutual. Bukovi doesn't need old money bastards like him, hogging all the wealth and sneering at us proles. And Mertens is just a flunky, nattering on about justice while the elite he serves are running this city into the ground. It's time someone cleaned the streets to make room for people like us, before they ship us off to be cannon fodder. They both had it coming. This isn't like you. Don't act like you know me. Maybe I don't anymore. I don't think... Please don't do this. Do what? Confess my crimes? Isn't that what you're always angling for? You and your little drinks. You're lying, I know you're an innocent lamb that doesn't know how these things work, but even crooks like me are not a moral scum, you know. You have codes, rules. You know I never thought that about you. That's beside the point. Then tell me, what are your rules? 1, you don't snitch on friends. 2, loyalties for life. And 3, you don't let your friends take the fall for something they don't deserve after you made a promise to look out for them. That one was oddly specific. You're imagining things. Rules are all that separates us from animals. People like Floor don't have a code. They think following the law is enough to make you a good person. But you and I both know better than that, don't we? Sandra was a lamb to the slaughter like you. She just managed to have even less luck. She's not a good-for-nothing thug like me. She has brains, talent. I'm not letting her go down for this if it's the last thing I do. You love her? Maybe. I don't know. I used to. I always lose my senses when I fall for someone. Such a fucking doomed romantic, believe it or not. Ha ha ha. World's worst polycule? Can we have the world's worst polycule? Polycule where people want to beat each other to death? Ew. Stop. I'm sweating. I'm sweaty. I'm ill. Of course I did, since the first time you smiled at me. Not that much was obvious by now. But you do well to forget about that and leave me to my pining. It'll only bring you grief. Seems his mind's made up. As long as he remains a suspect, there can be nothing between you. I understand. Sandra's not the person she used to be. The world has chewed her up and spat her back out, and changed her. But a rule is a rule. Loyalty is for life. I'm sure she wouldn't want you to go to prison for her, and neither do I. God damn it, bartender. You and your damn sentiment. Can't you just let me do something good for someone for once in my life? I'll give her a chance, I promise. Peter sighs deeply as he considers your words. While he thinks, you notice him fidgeting with an old disposable lighter, seemingly unused but well cared for. 6 years I kept this on me. My good luck charm. I pinched it off her. Figured it would keep me safe, and I guess it has. I thought I could return the favor, protect her, but I've already messed that up, haven't I? The jig is up. You're the only one I can trust to do right by her now. Told her not to do anything stupid. I told her. Never should have gone out that night. It's not your fault. It's not her fault either. She's gone off the deep end lately, that's all. Things have been tough. Money's getting tight. She's been a bit unstable. She slept with a switchblade on her ever since she got out of prison. Never leaves her side. Things are not looking good for her. I know, okay, I know. But before you go and have Merton slap the cuffs on, just talk to her. Please. That's what you do best, isn't it? Because I'm warning you. She's a slippery fish, that one. Always has been. She is one catch you do not want to mess up. For your own sake. Maybe it's not too late. Maybe you can talk some sense into her before she does something stupid again. If anyone's gonna get through to her now, it's gotta be you. She's not a bad person, you know. She was a bit like you once, before she was stabbed in the back by Floor and that blue-eyed rat. Vincent let her down when she needed him most. So you already know, huh? Did you talk to her? Vincent told me he deeply regretted it. He did. Damn, if only she'd talked to him. I think she'd seen Hugo's betrayal coming. It's a cop after all, but Flores really messed her up. She'd managed to get out of the game years prior, even landed a clean gig at a cafe after losing her bar in the stacks. He lured her back in with the promise of a lucrative shared venture. When it blew up in their face, he dropped her like a piece of trash. She lost everything. So I'm begging you, bartender. Please talk to her before you make a move. Give her that chance. I will. Good. Just show her a little respect and she'll listen to you. I'm sure of it. Good luck. Yeah. World's weirdest polycule. Sorry. Hopefully none of these supersede each other, or like I'm all fine on the romance front and I didn't mess anything up. Hugo, you need to apologize. Like, I am so glad I get to save you. Yeah. I'm gonna go. So, here's the issue. So... Oh, Vincent, I expected better from you. I'm starting to see why all of this happened. Should now have enough evidence for an arrest that might actually stick. But be careful, bartender. If Sandra's aware you're onto her, she might lash out. Otherwise, I'm well aware you have a way with words. Your ability to connect with others is one of your biggest strengths. Despite what she did to poor Vincent, I don't believe Miss Fisher is a lost cause or an irredeemable villain. You may be able to get through to her, perhaps even convince her to come willingly. I want to do that, so I need Hugo to get over here. Hugo, get over here and apologize. Make this man bark like a dog. Who said that? That was crazy. I'll never say anything again. But yeah. I think it connects. You know, she was left high to dry. She wasn't seen as a person as we are. But she sees God doomed from the start. No, this is the love story of all time. Like, move out of the way, Peter. I'm literally shoving away the character I find most attractive. I'm like, shh, get out of here. This is a love story of all time. My character and my character. My two characters that I played as. They are my faves. Or just so I see it more immediately. Even though it's labeled. Yeah. No. This is real. Old habits. There's motive. Yeah. Again, I think it's just like... Oh, do I not have the ability? Oh. No, I can't on this one. Mistake. Okay. Hugo, I need you to apologize so badly. Hugo, if you don't apologize, if you don't get your ass over here and apologize, let's unlock the Aaliyah romance. I know it's there. I'm feeling it. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. Like, I'm really... Right now, I am so feeling this desire to... I guess not. Interesting. Hugo. Do you regret what you did to Sandra? Of course I do. I regretted it even while I was doing it, long before I knew Lynn would escape and everything was going to fall apart. I joined the force because I wanted to help vulnerable people, but following the law forced me to betray her. She would have made an amazing investigator if she'd just been dealt a different hand. Lynn used speakeasies as his hunting ground. The prohees from the Bureau were out for blood. They showed no mercy. Even if she was only in prison for a year or so, the black mark it leaves on her makes it exceptionally hard to find a reputable job. It's awful. Yes, I betrayed someone who trusted me. I may have ruined her life, and for what? A promotion? Promotion in a job that'll likely kill me someday. In a way, the case that made my career was my original sin, my biggest regret. Not too late. And how would I do that? By letting her off the hook. We want to ensure the Nightcap's safety, your safety. My superior would need a name to close this case. I'm not destroying your life to spare hers. That is out of the question. What do we do? Well, I see it, there's two options now. She would agree to become a fugitive. Sandra could do what Lynn did and run. I can give her ample headway to leave the country before making my case. She would have a fresh start, but she'd have to leave Sarah behind. And option two, if she were to agree to face the music instead, her cooperation would greatly help her case, especially if Vincent pulls through. I can conscript the best lawyer I can find to hopefully get her a mild sentence. She would likely face some prison time, but she could move on with her life as a free woman afterward. Either way, it's up to her to make that choice. It's up to you to help her make the right one. Okay. This is rough. This is rough. I don't think it's necessary double checking this stuff. But I will save. I got my saves anyway. I don't think it's necessary. I've asked them everything I can, I'm pretty sure. No. No. That's so much. That's so much stuff to read. I just need to get to the meat and the potatoes. I've been waiting for case zero payoff this whole time. It makes me insane. Sandra! Sandra! Okay. Well, he's gonna take the fall for you, so you better give him an alibi. I'm gonna ask you to give Peter an alibi. Her brow is furrowed. She's confused and concerned. That's unexpected. Let's continue where we left off. Sure. Sure, you have questions, so go on, do what you need to do. Going to hurt Hugo next? Yes. Didn't he tell you what he did to me? He's a source. Terminated my lease. Crawl back. While I was climbing the ladder. Kept his promise to me. He told me he regrets what he did. As you relay Hugo's words of remorse to Sandra, you see her expression shift from anger and surprise to confusion. He really said all that. He wants to set this right. I see. Sure you have questions. Ooh, let me save. Let me save. Where do we go from here? Indeed. What do we do, you and I? You've not left me with many options, putting yourself in the middle of this. You've earned enough of my respect that I'm willing to leave your loose end unsnipped. But I intend to finish this. Your face. This can all still go away. Cooperate, Another stint in prison, then back to the grind of unemployment and rejection? You're not alone. I'm here for you. I'm with you. Trust in me, let's take ibuprofen together. You're probably right. Maybe I've let myself become too bitter and cynical. If only I talked to Vincent or Hugo. Maybe things didn't need to get this bad. I didn't even give them a chance to make it up to me. I didn't even consider they felt remorseful at all. Well, they should have reached out to you. They should have found you. I never wanted to become a criminal. I just didn't have a choice back then. If I become a fugitive now, that's all I'll ever be. I'll never have a choice again. Maybe you're right. Maybe with enough time and patience I can still work my way out of this. Do the time, get my records cleared someday. Open a dingy little pub once prohibition is finally repealed. If Bukovi's still standing by then. I'll be your first customer. Deal. She reaches a hand across the bar, you shake it. Thank you for taking a chance on me. For what it's worth, I hope it all works out for you. And if it doesn't, Hugo had better watch his back. I'll be keeping tabs. Goodbye, bartender. Goodbye. She stands up and walks from the light of the bar out into the night. Yes? Yes? So what do we do about that? When she confessed, what do I do about that? Oof, I don't want to read anymore. I want to see the ending. And then I'll come back and read. Okay? No, I have to read now. I have to read now. A lot of stuff. I'm gonna give her a drink and then I'm gonna take an IRL break so that I don't lose my marbles. Because there's a lot to read and I'm like, I'm hooked. I need to know. I need to know if it worked. But I will be right back. I took a very long break, but I am back. Let me take a sip. And we can do Maria's dialogue and hope that we can get all the other dialogue we missed. And I'm actually quite surprised that, that Illy is not a romance option. She is, and we just don't know it. Regulars, you're a people watcher, Maria. How do you think everyone is doing? People watcher? I guess you have a point there. Well, it doesn't take a detective to deduce that Hugo and Elena are both trying to figure out what happened to Vincent. They're not the only ones, bartender. Father Lacey's demeanor is lightened slightly. He's not exactly joining any late-night sing-alongs, but he's perked up and he drinks less. That's a good sign. Olivia has settled into her usual glamorous languor again after that business at the Opera House. Apparently the ratings for her radio show are through the roof too. No insight required there. She tells anyone who will listen. What about your friends? They're a little easier to read. They tell me every thought that goes through their heads. First there's Clara. I'm very fond of her, as I'm sure you know. She can be exasperating. I can barely keep up as she jumps from one idea to the other. But I enjoy trying. Then there's Ilya. I'm really enjoying our chats, although she sometimes chats at me rather than conversing with me. She knows a lot and she's not afraid to share it. But I like to listen to her. She's a clever woman. I can tell Reese is slowly inducting Killian into their creepy friend group. Creepy. Oh, I don't mean to say the people in it are creepy. They're a bunch of social outcasts, sure, but pot kettle and all that. No, I mean they love creepy fiction. Yeah, the prep. Absorbing the prep is extremely funny to me. I'm not sure gothic novels are Killian's bag. Novels in general, really. I don't think he'll be reading the books, but I'm glad to seeing him making new friends, even if I suspect Reese has ulterior motives. I don't know Effia that well yet, but I've enjoyed our talks about literature. She's a bit of a closed book to me, ironically, but she's starting to open up. She's another talented woman I could learn a lot from. There's plenty of them in Bukovi. Yeah, I figured they would get along. Y'all have like a similar there's something about like your wit that is very similar. Then of course there's Miss Bai. I feel like she smiles a little brighter now that she realizes I'm going to be okay. We're lucky to have her. She means a lot to me and she really is the cornerstone of this community. Along with you, of course. How are you, bartender? Okay, so it might be time for me to move on. I have my ups and downs, but despite everything that's happened, this place is starting to feel like home. Glad to hear that. But this place feels like home to any of us, and it does. That's thanks to you. You're right. I am a people watcher. I watch everyone in here, including you. Murders, threats, debt. I know you've been going through it all, but you made it this far in one piece. I feel a strange sense of finality lately. Like this is the end of a story. Or maybe just the end of a chapter. However you look at it, this place, this wild ride we've been on with you, I'm glad I got to be a part of it. I feel the same. Yeah. How was your trip? Oh right, I forgot to tell you all about that. When I heard about Vincent, it seemed so unimportant all of a sudden. But it was nice. Great, actually. It wasn't a vacation. I traveled to Siam for a major chess tournament. It came with a sizable cash prize, of course. But more importantly, my performance there would determine whether I'd get the title of International Master or not. And, well, I won. I got it. Congratulations. Thank you. I'm very happy. I feel like I'm finally back on the road to become a Grandmaster like I always wanted. Like we always wanted. I'm sure Alina would be proud of you. I hope so. I struggled to get back into chess. It was our thing. It was how we connected. Playing again, in the back of my mind, it always felt like I was betraying her a little. Like I was moving on without her. But then it all clicked. I had to carry on the dream for both of us now. If I give up and let my moment slip away, I'm letting her down. You're right. I'm glad you agree. It all feels different now. The pressure used to make me crack, but now I'm not playing just for me anymore. When I feel the game slipping away, I can hear her in my head, telling me which move to make, telling me I can do it. She's helping me win. I mean, I know she's not really there, but all our experiences, the memories, the love we felt, it'll never fade. I'm happy for you, Maria. Thank you. Anyway, I'll stop rambling about chess, but thanks for listening to me, bartender. Hey, you can ramble at me anytime. We're buddies. Every day I'm missing out on this. I don't actually... I wish I knew if I could just choose all of the options to see the endings, but alas. So you're looking for a new job now? I am, yes. Although, for the most part, I'm just trying to decide what I actually want to do. Thankfully, the winnings from my last tournament will keep me afloat for a while. I've never had this much money before, but I do want to make a decision soon. What are your options? Well, I did enjoy sewing, but now that I'm moving up in my chess career, it just doesn't afford me the kind of flexibility I need to attend tournaments regularly, so I've been thinking of becoming a tutor instead, teaching people how to play chess. I've trained many of the new girls at work, and I've rather enjoyed teaching Clara too. She's hardly been a model student, but I suspect there are other reasons for her distraction during our lessons. Probably. When I see the way she talks about Sifu, I wish I could be like that for other people, helping them discover a new passion, a new side of themselves. Chess is such a wonderful sport. It teaches you patience, keeps your mind sharp, helps you keep a cool head under pressure. I just want to share that with the world. Yeah, you're very good at teaching shit. Yeah. I think you can do that. You explain stuff very astutely, you're very observant. I think you have what it takes. I really think so. That means a lot. Thanks, bartender. Okay. Have you been back to the tea terrace? I have. As expected, it was quite painful at first. I couldn't help but wince every time I saw our old table. But seeing the way Miss Bai's face lit up when she greeted me was incredibly comforting. The more we talked, the more my anxiety began to ebb away. She paid for the tickets for my last tournament, you know. Aw, that was so kind of her. It was. Miss Bai is a really special woman. She's gone through a lot in her life, but she never let it harden her heart. She always puts other people first. It's inspiring. Indeed it is. I think we're good with that. Let's get you. Maybe we aren't at the right level, but I'll give it to you anyway. If we can get you right. Yep. I don't think she was a romance option, so... We do have our 3, though. I'm assuming... I am re-assuming that Sandra is one. So... Help me get him an alibi? I don't believe it either. Tough to talk him around. Be able to get through to him, otherwise we have to find an alibi. He's out working that night. His career. Okay, I guess I'll, I didn't get his alibi, but I think I can get it to him next time. I'm sure he'll be here. Hopefully. Hopefully someone will be here. I don't love cutting it this close. Seemed like Sandra was already going to, like, confess and everything, but... I'd rather have everything. You know? Have everything set up to just work out. Alright, Peter. Alright. You literally just establish him. Now I understand why he's just desperate for any sort of affection. Crazy. So... What do I do then? Okay. Tell me why you do this. It doesn't like you at all. I don't know, because she did... Did she not say? Gosh, this is difficult. I was just thinking about this as like... like, if you can, like, at the same time, just romance multiple people. This is, like, the world's worst polycule. This is the world's worst polycule, but I mean, I think it would make sense. The bartender at the middle, just like, here are all my terrible, terrible spouses. Have I got nothing? Is she gonna come in and confess? I guess you tell me. He admits it. He admits it. Oh, bartender, I could kiss you right now. Another time. This is not the case. This is not the case. This did not happen. I don't know what kind of black magic you yield to get confessions like this. Well, you've done it. Damn it, you cracked this. He's positively elated. Uncharacteristically so, but his joy is tainted by a sense of desperation. Think we're being too hasty, I don't believe him. You're seriously giving Peter the benefit of the doubt. Do you have any idea how desperate the BPD has been to finally lock him away? Precisely, it's too convenient. Radam, why are you always so sensible? Fine, if you want him off the hook, you'll either need to make him admit he's lying or you'll need to find an alibi. But good luck with that. The only other notable event on the night of the attack was the fire at the tailor shop in the stacks. It could have been an accident, but I suspect insurance fraud may have been involved. Not Wagner's usual business. Thinks I'll look into it. Where's the kid? We're kissing? No? Okay. I waited. Okay, why would I know anything about that? Just figured I'd check. I guess that's why... Why am I not, like... Oh, I should have romanced him before. Then he would have been like, okay, I'm lying. That's why. It's a strategic romance. See? You romance him for the skills and not for the beautiful eyes and... just sort of like the vibe that he keeps flirting with me. Hey, you know about this? I don't think I should be talking about this when I've had so much to drink. I'm gonna say something I regret. Okay. Buy or she, drink too much, quick load. I have no time to not cheat. Me get you a little drunk. How about I serve? Do you mind if I serve? Me hitting the serve button. This. Tell me about this. Yeah, what a mess. I saw it coming. I brought stuff back home from my locker a while ago. You saw it coming? Well, yes, I think we all did this time. Don't know why I'm telling you this, but the owner, William, had been in serious debt after the last incident. And not with the bank. Goddess knows they wouldn't give him another loan. Gangsters. Yeah, and we both know how collectors operate. William had been threatened more than once, and he was a nervous little guy to begin with. Business wasn't going well, but the building had value. The insurance payout must have been the only way for him to avoid physical harm. You know who he was in debt with? No, I stay away from that stuff. The elderly neighbor said the fire was likely started by a group of 3 men, one with a getaway driver waiting outside, a tall man with brown hair and a scar on his cheek. The look in her eyes tells you enough. You both know who she's talking about. Peter won't talk his way out of this. Thanks. Don't give me the puppy dog eyes, and stop calling me love. You can't seduce your way out of this. What the hell is this? A witness saw you at the Seems Good fire. You have an alibi? His eyes widen in anger and surprise. Several heads turn as he slams his fist on the bar. Damn it. Damn you, you and your weasel of a detective. I should... His anger quickly fizzles out. Now he just looks defeated. I told her not to do anything stupid. I told her. Never should have gone out that night. Roddy fucking Gelvin and his damn favors. So you were working on the night of the crime? Working. Getting dragged into some mess I never signed up for, more like it. You lied to me. No, I understand it. I would too in your place. You know it's nothing personal, kid. I had to. None of this would have happened if I hadn't left her alone. Did she do it? I don't know. I'm afraid she may have. She may have listened to me for once and some street rat knifed him to steal coins out of his cash register. I think we both know the answer. It's not her fault, I'm telling you. She's gone a little off the deep end lately, that's all. Yeah. Yeah, I've already talked to her. Yeah. I did, and I talked to her. I'm not doing that right now. I can't do that. I can't. You're messing me up over there. But yeah, I did already talk to her, so... I just don't know, did she accept it? That's the thing about not having the evidence. I feel like she accepted. Because I'm sure she did. It's just the conversation we had, it kind of came up as like maybe she actually did accept it. But I don't want to risk it. You know, I don't want it to be a situation where like I think I did a good job and I did the thing that is probably going to be the best option and it just isn't. And she's not here. So that's interesting. Interesting. I don't want to present the case yet. I want to wait till the last day and then we'll see. And I'll save so maybe I can, I don't know, romance Peter. Or maybe I'll just reload that. We don't know. Look, I don't know, you don't know. We don't know. Okay? There's nothing for me to do here. I just gotta do the last day. And she better come in. Remember, regardless of your personal feelings, we need to give the police a solid case if we want to ensure Nightcap remains open. Don't hold anything back. Come to an agreement. That's terrific. Their confession may cover any holes left in our case file. Hugo will still need to submit something to assuage his superiors in the meantime though, so give me all you have. Are you ready to present your theory to me? Here's what I found. Who do you believe is responsible for attacking Vincent? Sandra Fisher. So the Nightcap's former barkeep was to be the architect of its downfall. A sad twist of fate, but it definitely makes sense. How do you think she committed the attack? She is known to use a switchblade. A personal weapon that will undoubtedly match Vincent's injury. A damning piece of evidence indeed. And why did she want to murder Vincent? He broke his promise to protect her. Vincent withdrew the support he promised and let Sandra take the fall when the Nightcap was shut down, leading to a world of misery for her, no doubt. A powerful motivator for revenge. Take a deep breath. Are you sure about your answers? Once you submit this to Hugo, there will be no going back. I'm confident. Alright, then I give you my seal of approval. Go and present your findings to Hugo. He can tell you what comes next. I hope we've made the right choice. Hugo walks up to the bar. Despite the strain he's under, he looks stern and serious, a flash of determination in his eyes. Let me take a sip. Just live in this for a moment. We are almost done with the fucking game. And best served cold. Revenge is a dish best served cold. Best served cold, obviously. But you know, we weren't thinking it would be the bartender. But here she was. Girl bossing. Revenge slaying. Hopefully not slaying. Because I really like her and I think she's an intriguing character. I see you have the case file for me. You've made a final verdict then? Indeed I have. Good. Very good. Then I'll take this to my superiors right away. He tucks the case file into his coat pocket and gets up from the stool. I'll see you soon, bartender. Hugo walks back up the stairs and exits the bar. Several hours pass before you hear the familiar creak of the basement door, signaling his return. You examine the detective's face as he sighs and lowers himself onto the stool, looking for a hint of worry or relief. He looks visibly relieved, as if a weight has fallen from his shoulders. Good job, bartender. It seems we've done it. The case proves solid, and will remain in my hands. The Nightcap will be safe. As I was preparing to submit our findings, I found a letter waiting for me on my desk. Sandra's confession. It all but ensured our case was airtight. I couldn't be more impressed. What you achieved here, forming a real human connection, a bond of trust, and talking her around, I could never even dream of that. I already let her know I'm ready to make the arrest. I'm giving her some time to prepare herself. I'm relieved she agreed to cooperate in the end, and not just because it means our partnership is safe. It means she still has a shot at a normal life after all of this is over. I'm going to do all I possibly can for her. I owe her that much. It's my one shot to right my wrongs, at least a little. Thank you for getting through to her, and for sticking with me through it all. I know we've had our ups and downs, but I'm glad to have met you, and proud to call you my partner. I think we make a solid team. Whatever the future holds, if you still want me around after all this is over, let's keep this partnership going. I would love that, Detective. You have to take me to spaghetti dinner. You would? Oh, that makes me very happy. He smiles kindly and reaches out a hand to you across the bar, squeezes your hand as you shake it. Well then, it's been a pleasure, partner. I'll see you on the other side. Good luck. Yeah. Give me the spaghetti dinner. I'm getting so many achievements. Oh. Maybe this is the world's best polycule. Main menu. Okay. Am I sure? Does nothing actually happen? Okay. Then fuck it, let's go. If they're not gonna give me... There's not like a specific cutscene thing going on other than just the ending, I'm clicking all the romances. For sure. For sure. Okay, Peter romance. I don't know how to actually do the Sandra one, but I might watch that. Hey. 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 I do. Would you look at that? All the rich pretty folks in Bukovi and you're interested in me? You got terrible taste in men, love. You're not so tough. Cocky, are we? Careful now. I enjoy making you eat those words, you know? Get me out of here. Get me out of here. I need to leave. Like, I just start sweating. I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm sick. Why would you say... You can't be doing this. You can't be doing this. This is fucked up. This is... Again. This is the world's most best or worst polycule. What the hell? I'm not reading that. I'm not normal enough to read that, so just take your time reading that and just enjoy it, because I'm not. Stop. This is... You see, here's what I think. I can't do this. I need to go. Yeah, sure, yeah, we'll hang out. We'll hang out. Yeah, sure, yeah. You know I have a front door, right? Where's the fun in that? He cracks his usual smooth, confident smile, but the twinkle in his eyes betrays his excitement. Looking forward to it. What about after? What are we doing after? What, you're already thinking long term? Not something I've had the luxury of in my line of work. I'd be happy to make it a regular thing. I already smoke, drink, and fight too. I could use a habit that won't kill me. Unless you're looking for a different kind of commitment? I don't think this is gonna work out, but I am interested in what he says. Oh, I see. Honestly, I feel the same way, but I'm a little out of my depth with these things, and you're something special. Don't want to mess this up. Morning after. Whoa! Cute! Yeah. Now where's Sandra? Sandra, you need to be here so that I can, Oh, I can't... Can I romance her? Like, cause it feels like I kinda can. Anyway, I'm loading the other ones. I don't actually know how to do that, cause after I kind of, like, got her to confess, she kinda just gives up. Maybe I should have helped her flee? And then you get that? But I don't have a save for that. Hey, Olivia. Hey, Olivia, let's romance each other. Wait, one more thing. Yes, darling? I want to be more than friends. Not like an employee. Someone to carry my bags and book my appointments and manage my diary and bring me iced tea. Lace my corset and choose my earrings and deal with my fan mail. More than that. A manager? I hardly think you're qualified for that, darling. Olivia, I have feelings for you. Oh, but of course you do. That goes without saying, darling. Who wouldn't? How do you feel about me? Well, let me consider. You're easy enough on the eye. To me, at least. Attraction is subjective, while beauty is objective. But I don't object to how you look. Thanks. Oh, I know I blow my own horn a lot, but it's the nature of my business, darling. And I'm not as shallow as I seem. I mean that. Glamour doesn't engender humility, but I'm more than a pretty face, and so are you. You've always been kind to me, patient and considerate. I feel you've looked past my obvious qualities to glimpse a little of my true nature. I have. I mean, oh, why not? You can take me out sometime, I concede defeat. You may take my arm, buy me dinner, and even lean in for a kiss at the end of the night. Who knows, you might even get one. She's so cool. Yeah. You shall have to remain on hold. I need to frown, I'm confident. Puts a hand under your chin. Whoa! Whoa, this is so cute! What the hell? Your cocktails. I didn't expect my head would spin like this. You solved this case quickly, darling, you hear? I'll be waiting. Stay fabulous, darling. They really expect you to romance her, I feel. She is pretty cool, though. What else? Let me do the... No, he doesn't... He's spaghetti dinner. He's... Well, I shan't say. But... What an incredible experience. I don't think I have the energy to replay and figure out how to get the Sandra romance, but I know it's there, and to me it is canon, so if there are any other playthroughs, someone has got to be like smart enough to save manage, not like a crazy person. Like me, like not do like the worst save management of all time. But this is incredible. I mean, genuinely, Like, I enjoyed all the mysteries. I felt like I did like a pretty good job of connecting. Only thing I would say is, I don't know, the clue management. It's hard with that. I like the idea of like the pin board. It's just really hard to like do that, you know. There should be like, and I don't know if I just missed it, but something to show like you can just throw away evidence, it's not needed anymore. Like, I think that could be pretty useful. But again, that would take away some of like the mystery mechanics. I don't know. Maybe once you connect a clue, then it becomes like, you know, blanked out. Kind of like a, you know, like in Ace Attorney, they might like take away all your evidence, give you some new ones. But what I feel like, what I really like about this game is that it did surprise me. Like, obviously, I caught a lot of stuff, but the things that were like really surprised me were some interesting like mechanical things. Like, you know, I didn't really think about obviously I had to go back and fix like Miss Bai like a terrible drink so that I could get her mood down. And I think that's like a potentially like interesting like mechanic to continue to have if they make like a sequel or something to this. I think this doesn't have to just be about speakeasies, you know? I think having it be about speakeasies is very important to this plot, but I don't know. I would like to see more games like this. More games where I enter it and I'm like, I'm getting a mystery visual novel, and then they're like, you can romance the priest, and I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? What do you mean I can romance the priest? What? Did I even get like the romance option? Like at the ending? Is that an achievement? Did I get that? Ooh. I need to check my achievements. Because I thought... Did I get it? You've unlocked all achievements. So I've done all of the achievements. I'm really good at achievements. But, I mean, they really got me with having, like, romance options. Like, me gasping for breath. Like, hello? You didn't tell me you would have that. And also, you can't do that with Peter. That really fucked me up. But also, I love the beige-wearing polycule. We only dress in neutrals. We only dress in neutrals. But yeah, this was... Gosh, this was such a fun experience. I'm very glad I played this game, and I am very sad that I finished it so soon. But, I guess I'm gonna be thinking about other visual novels to give a try. Maybe. I think there's other games that I've bought that I just haven't touched. Maybe I'll be in, like, Rune Factory, the spin-off Rune Factory. Might be something I do. Just considering, I have a hankering. I have a hankering for some of those type games, too. But, gosh. Very, very pleased overall. Mostly with... and it does get me good. Making the priest, you know what? Making the priest romanceable. Pretty smart. Good job. You made a good game. That's all it took. The mysteries were very intriguing. I feel like getting the alibis is probably the hardest part. But again, it was all worth it for that sad priest. Anyway, thanks all for joining me. Have a good day and goodbye.